and boom, there you go.
Yeah.
And bada bing, bada boom, and there we go. Off to
Yeah,
the
man.
races.
But yeah, I really don't like that. And like as you're saying, you continue on with your story. But yeah, it just reminded me of that because I was like, dude, that's so annoying. Like you don't know if you're gonna work. I don't get that. Like weird.
Yeah. So this guy, he actually does a pretty good job of letting me know. So there were a couple days where he had doctor's appointments and I had to come back at noon, where I basically
Hmm.
had a half day because we start working at 8.
Yeah.
But it takes me about 20 minutes to get there. So I leave my house around, I don't know, 7:30 or so, and I get there around 7:50. And so he'll tell me like a day in advance. It's like, oh, I got a doctor's appointment, so I probably won't be in tomorrow, or and then like every day, or either at night or like super early in the morning before I even wake up. Like he'll send me a text at 4:30 a.m. and be like, hey, I'm not coming in today, so don't bother. So by the time I wake up, I'm like, well, but still, like I've been there for, I don't know, 8, 9 days. I've worked like 3 of them, dude, and it's
That's
like,
like, yeah, that's not very like you need hours, man. I need to
yeah,
work. That's why I picked the job. That's
that's
why
why, yeah.
like that really messes up with like finances sometimes where it's like I want to make a certain amount this time and I'm trying to save up a certain amount and it's like you can't really follow with that.
Pringle,
Yeah.
for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
What happened?
Change the shirt.
Oh, I see. You can hear it. You can hear
Mhm.
You know
it.
what's funny? I'm glad. I'm glad that I think his name is Lunar, or is it like? Hold on, I forgot what his name is. I was the one that was actually posting it on people's timeline, but
I have the Street Fighter 5 on the soundboard. Hold on.
I fucking love that
Did you
sound.
did you hear that?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
think
hear it.
so.
That's
But yeah, I've been posting it on people's discords. I didn't post it on this one because on ours because I was like, I don't think anyone's got clips from April 6th of Hacker Man in our Discord.
Explain to me, Hacker Man, before we start. Is it one person or is it multiple people?
We don't know. But so there's 2 posts that happened today. One at like 5 in the morning for all of us people who don't know what sleep is because Japan does. So they posted it on their Guilty Gear official PR, which is the I don't know why people don't ever look at that Twitter account. Everyone always like bitches at Arc System Works account. They're like, I always think it's funny. I'm like, bro, if you want to tell anything to the Guilty Gear community about Guilty Gear, you go to Guilty Gear PR. You don't go to ASW because ASW is there just to like sell you things and send memes. So like they have no idea what the hell is going on.
Mhm.
But Guilty Gear PR literally just official PR. They literally just announced both in Japanese and in English. Hey, we know what's going on. We have a fix coming up soon. Servers will come back to we got a fix going on. There is no Hacker Man.
Hacker
Junior.
Man. What is that? Hacker Man.
So Hacker
Can
Man.
you give me a 100 character or less explanation on that?
Yes, Hacker Man is basically a person or a group of people who are targeting streamers and famous people and causing their games to like crash or do whatever the hell they want. So they can't
Oh,
play
that's
the game.
mean. It's like that reminds me of Lizard Squad with the PlayStation thing. I don't know if y'all remember that or were there for that, but
The PS3?
yeah, the play
Is that what
Lizard
they were
Squad.
called?
Yeah,
Remember how
Lizard
long the
Squad.
PS Network was
Man, that
down?
was upsetting, man. I
Yep.
was like, yo, I was about to get my Persona 4 in, and this motherfucker
Bruh.
ruined it for me, man. I was
Yep,
I
I
was
so
over
remember.
upset.
here. I was over here on the Xbox 360 side, laughing my ass off. I was like, "See, that's what you get." Because you remember
Right?
back then, you had the console wars. And
Yeah.
not that I didn't partake in them, but like I just remember the Xbox weebs and the Sony weebs were always going at it. You know, Sony weebs would be like, Xbox
Hmm.
has to pay $60 for gold. And then when the PSN went down, we were like, well, I guess y'all should have paid because they were down
Right,
for like
yeah,
3
man.
months.
We've been paying for, and there's a good reason why.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then today at like 11 o'clock,
Hmm.
Junior, one of the lead developers, who told everyone about the Guilty Gear PR statement like 2 days ago. He's like,
Mm.
hey, Guilty Gear PR will make an announcement about the servers don't worry, guys. We're gonna make an announcement. I'm one of the developers for Guilty Gear. Please chill out. We're working on it.
All they did was acknowledge it, which I guess is better than KOF, right?
Yeah, KOF hasn't said anything.
Right, it is true.
Actually,
KOF doesn't have hackers, but they've had issues for years.
So actually, fun fact: Junior today at like 11 or 12, I don't remember. He posted it in a actual statement saying regarding the official statement that Guilty Gear PR just stated.
I saw it. You put it in Discord.
I didn't post this one in Discord, but I post basically.
Oh, somebody did. I saw 2 posts. There was one from Arxis itself, and there was another one from
Junior.
I'm assuming the guy you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, so he said, "Hey guys, just to let you guys know, I've contacted a lot of the top streamers that are getting affected. If any of you guys have clips of Hackerman doing anything, send it my way." And then if you read down lower on the list, he'll say, "Please send it from April 6th to like current day, so we can like look at it." Because if you think about it, they've already addressed one issue of the network with the April 6th update, and now a new problem is coming up. So they can't really take any clips from before April 6th because it's like that's not the issue we're currently dealing with. That's a different issue. We've probably already dealt with that one.
It's weird that this stuff is popping up because I remember a couple months ago, Killer Instinct was having that issue too, where there was a hacker he was going on ranked matches and he destroyed ranked match.
That man is like, he got so upset that he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna win anymore. I'm gonna cheat. like,
you know what's funny?
Man, it's not really that much to gain out of that. Like,
you know what's funny is that because crossplay is a thing, there's cheaters playing against console players. There's an actual video from Lord Knight where he actually says, "Hey, I'm always on PlayStation," because he always plays PlayStation consoles, so that way he's always tournament ready.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And he literally
that just means he's tournament ready for the delay and the input delay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is, because it sucks. It's garbage. Ugh.
Anyways, so he has a video where like he's playing Guilty Gear Strive in Celestial, and he starts fighting somebody. He's like, this like reactions are kind of weird. What's going on? And he looks at rating update, and he notices rating update. The person he was fighting literally says cheater.
Yeah.
Cheater,
Hopefully
pumpkin
they
eater.
Pringle, were you around during the Maple Story days when people would cheat where they would go to the corner of the map and just hit at air and they would kill everything around it?
Hell yeah, man.
Were you around for that?
Vacuuming bots. It was
Yeah,
great.
vacuum.
That's insane,
Dude,
yo.
that was insane, man.
Yeah.
It would like, I'd be like, damn, because they but think about it. The game was so
maps.
grimy
you
that they
you
wanted
wouldn't be able
get
to
level-
train.
Yeah, they would steal the whole map. It's like the game was so fun in a way that they just wanted to get to the part where they could do all the fun stuff.
Yeah. It was always like, you always see people just trying to level from like level 50
Yeah,
to
man.
70 and
It's hilarious.
My
dude.
favorite thing is every time.
and you can do damage, so you had to hack. Like, not you didn't have to hack, but like
You
there
kind
was
of
no
had
damage.
to though, like low key to be anywhere in that game. It felt like you just had to do it, man.
So my favorite thing about like that kind of situation is like you'll play FF14, and every now and then, if you're like just randomly in a weird location, you'll see a bot character, like a random character just floating in the air. You're like, what the hell is going on? And then you're like, and then like in your brain you're like, oh, that's a crafting and gathering bot that's just there because somebody's too lazy to go and gather materials. So he sends a bot to go get it for him.
That's funny, man.
You don't know how insane it is, but like, dude, every time I play a game where like crafting and gathering is a thing, there's a botting issue with that game because people just do not want to gather. They're just like, fuck
It's
gathering.
not that fun. It's kind of like RuneScape has that problem. Definitely,
Yeah, RuneScape had
too.
that problem.
Oh man, there's bots everywhere, dude. Like, it's like I don't want to do all that.
There was
One
a
last
joke
thing,
about that.
and we'll start since you brought up Final Fantasy 14. Dude, I don't know if he's on, but like if Org is on the Discord, click on his name.
Bro, it always says Final Fantasy 14, dude.
Click on his name and see how many hours he's been playing that game. It's every day that fool plays like at least 12 hours of
I
Final
don't
Fantasy
even,
14.
dude. He lives in that thing. But then I'm like, how does he do like with that job? I don't know, man. He does live in that game, man. I
You know,
definitely every time I see his name, like when I'm like looking through the thing, I'm like,
Look, it
bro,
says
this
10
guy's
hours.
always.
honestly, what it could be is that he has a job where he like works from home.
Oh,
Oh, he
that's what it
definitely has
is
a
with
job.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he works from home. That's exactly what it is. Like
Yeah.
He just
He
works
doesn't go
from
does,
home, so
like,
he's just like, okay, cool. I like
yeah,
9 times out of 10. Because when I worked from home for S2G, I shit you not, I was playing video games when I was at my
Mm.
house. I was like, I got Rogue Legacy up. Every time it's a robocall, I'll just be playing, and then all of a sudden, when it's not a robocall, I'll pause the game. But when it's a
yeah,
robocall, which is like 95% of the calls, I'm just like, okay, cool. Thank
yeah.
you for calling.
In
Jesus.
his case, he just works from home, so it's like I think he works long hours though. Like he's always working, and it's just that he can just kind of do it at home. You know what I mean? Like he could just kind of, I mean, he could just kind of keep playing when it doesn't really matter. It's like
You know,
nobody's monitoring him or anything like that, right?
Exactly.
you never really get to compare growing up. But like I always thought like I loved video games until you meet people that like love video games. I'm like, oh, I don't love them that much.
Yeah, you ain't got
Like,
nothing on those people, man.
like
I play 'em
bruh, like
every single day, man. I'm like,
You know, it's funny.
he's me like 17 years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
say, you
or
know,
he's a
14
it's
years
holy
ago.
man,
funny.
but he does like I sometimes think that I think he's just kind of not like since he doesn't go out very much, he just kind of sits around and plays games all day. I can't do that though, because like I get kind of I feel like
Anxious.
I get like kind of like in a rut. Like it's like I just don't want to play them anymore after a while. I'm just like
Yeah.
I'm good. Like I don't want to even like turn on it. I haven't even outside of like playing the stuff I usually do, but I only play it for like a couple of hours. Like I don't really I just can't play like something like that for too long without wanting to just kind of lose
The
interest. I guess
the
that's what it is.
gameplay loop. I don't know about you guys, but like I really have a short, not attention span, but like the gameplay loop of when you're doing usual games where it's like you progress, level up, attain something, progress, level up, attain something. Like
Yeah,
I can do that maybe 3 revolutions and then like okay, I'm good. Like I don't care
yeah,
about the
man.
fourth step. Like I'm done.
I will
Yeah,
say,
exactly.
like, I'm trying to get back into FF14, but like, it's a struggle because
It's a
unless I'm
hard game.
playing,
I feel like when you've been out of the game for a minute, man, there is a lot of things to do in that. It is an insane amount of things to do in that game, bro. Like I think that's what or because he's like, man, there's so many things to do in this game. And it's like,
Bro,
bro, there's a lot.
I'm the
I mean,
opposite. I just get
I,
overwhelmed. I'm like fuck
yeah, you
this.
get overwhelmed, and then you're like, I don't want to do
I
all this
will
crap.
admit, out of all the MMO games, FF14 is the most you can pick it up and play out of all
Yeah,
the
it really
MMOs.
is though. Yeah, it
Because
really is.
like if you're playing WoW and your friends are like, "Hey man, you want to go play the newest raid?" If you weren't playing WoW every day, at least once a week, you're going to just tell your buddy, "Nope. Sorry."
Yeah, you're gonna be out of the game. You're gonna be like, oh man, I'm out of the loop, man. I don't really know. But like with
But
Final
like,
Fantasy
yeah, with
14, it's
FF14,
just not the case.
yeah, with FF14, all you got to do is like if your friend says, "Hey, you want to do the newest raid?" I have a level 90 character. Sure, what's up? Oh, I need the gear for that? Oh, you just bought me the crafted gear so I can go do the raid? Cool, let's go do the raid. That's it. That's all you need. You just need a rich friend and you can get into the game instantly like that.
Yeah, man.
Which
Final
is
Fantasy
way
14 is,
better than WoW.
yeah, it really is. It really does take the whole. It isn't so much of an MMO perspective because it's like you could really play the whole game just by yourself. You don't really need people.
It's the loner MMO.
Yeah, yeah. Because it really more like it's more like just a general JRPG with so
Yeah.
many of the things it does.
I will also say that FF14 constantly goes back and fixes older content.
Hmm. How's that?
Yeah, like recently
They're in fighting games.
I have a friend who just started and they're on the second expansion and they were like, "Fuck these guys, fuck the church," and I was like, "Oh, you just entered during the super depressing era, not just the normal depressing era like we all had. No, they made it extra depressing." And he was like, "What do you
That's funny.
mean?" And everyone else in the call was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean it's extra depressing now?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys didn't know? They added an extra option where if you're a healer, your character will attempt to heal the dead man. I mean, the dying guy in your arms. And then the game will literally tell you, he cannot be healed." So not only do you have trauma dumping on a little kid, now you can be trauma dumped on your own. I was
You're a
like,
little kid playing Final Fantasy 14.
Very away, yeah.
Where'd you get the $15 from?
well, no. So,
Oh,
spoilers.
the little
not,
kids like in the mission. Yeah, I got you.
spoilers, not spoilers. One of the people in the scene, he's a main character and he's like 16. So
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah, he's been a main character ever since ARR, and they're still like teenagers at the current rate. I don't know how they're still teenagers because like I think at this point it's been like
Final
30,
Fantasy.
30 years, and they're still like, oh yeah, we're
How
still
Ash is 10 years
teenagers.
old.
And that lore, man. I don't. It's a lore, man.
I always love
Alright,
the
let's
fact that
begin.
like, yeah, I was gonna say.
We'll be talking here.
Yeah,
for
man,
like
we'll-
another
we-
30 minutes.
All right,
Let's
let's
start.
begin. Yeah, my bad.
We get broken started on Final Fantasy 14.
Ah!
45 minutes of content right here.
Oh man.
This is why you should
Alright.
you guys should check out stream, because the stream, you watch the stream, you get extra content on your podcast.
That's true. Although, truly, one last thing before we start. I checked out your stream, the archive. Pringle and I were stuck. Our cameras were stuck for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I didn't
Dang.
notice that.
Made
That was
us
my
look
problem.
weird.
That was my problem. I didn't notice that. And then someone literally
I was like
later.
this, and Pringle was like looking down.
So what
Had him like
happened?
freaking his entourage.
What happened is I accidentally covered the cameras, and like I didn't notice because my in order to like look at the notes, I have them covering OBS so I can see the notes. And if you cover the cameras, then they freeze all cameras but mine for some reason. And so
Weird.
that I had to like reset those, and I didn't know until someone told me later. And I was just like,
Dang.
dude, we're already almost done.
Yeah, it was like an hour 20 when you realized that, like, because the podcast was about 2.5 hours.
Was the audio still going though? At least.
Yeah, the audio still goes.
Yeah, the audio was going. Yeah.
That would have been funny as hell. We stopped. They can only hear broken.
That's so funny.
That would be funny as hell, man.
Especially during that part where he starts just like snoozing, just falling asleep.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Before he got up.
Look, guys.
It's so funny when you scroll through, you'll see Broken sitting in his chair, and then like for a good 50 minutes, he's just standing behind his chair.
Oh man.
There's also
Gotta stay
like
up.
15 seconds of me just like,
Yeah.
You caught
Yeah.
a second wind though towards the end. You caught a second wind. All of a sudden you were like up. I'm like, oh shit.
yeah. I got that new. Oh yeah, I forgot. Since I have that esports team. I'm sponsored by these guys, so Rogue Energy. So I got a cup from them.
Nice.
The official Cat Girl cup, you know.
Oh my god.
Dude.
They can't help themselves. The weebs.
No energy company can help themselves. Have you seen like every energy cup like cups? They're always like super wavy anime girls on it. I'm like,
Did you see Pringle? Did you see that picture that I put on in Gen Chat? I was listening to the some guy talking about the Atlanta Falcons, and he's got what's her face from Avatar in the background. I was like, this dude's a weeb.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? He's
Let me see it.
he's I don't know. I think I put it yesterday, or the day before, and I was like, man, I just noticed that this guy has, I forget I always forget her name. Who's the blind rock girl from Avatar?
oh, Toph.
Yeah, he has Toph art, but it's cut off. So I was
Oh,
like,
I see that. Yeah. Yeah, man.
it's so funny.
Oh
I
man.
was like, I came here for football, sir.
Actually,
Let me tell
actually,
you
at
about
least
top in fantasy football with rocks.
actually, to be fair, at least he wasn't that BBC lady there's a lady that got on BBC, and she didn't check her her bookcase behind her. And if you look closely, her dildo is on the bookcase.
God.
Bruh, that's funny as hell, dude.
I was like, damn, girl, you got caught on BBC.
Yeah, it's a national L right there.
National L.
Can you guys hear the clap now? I reset my thingy.
Try it.
I can never hear the clap.
You can never hear it? Oh, all right.
No.
Try the clap. Let me hear. Let me see if I can hear it. Nope.
No.
I took down the gain or the gate so you guys could hear it now, but oh well, I don't know.
To be fair, it's not like we really need to hear the clap.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think it matters at all.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Ride to Orbis, a podcast, episode 17. We have returned on schedule. It's only been a week, right, since we've last recorded? Yeah, so we're good. And yeah, good to be back. I'm joined by Pringle the One. Of course, you know what I realized what I was doing. I was technically introducing Pringle the Two first, despite the fact that Pringle the One has a 1 in his name. So, Pringle, I'll do a better job now of introducing you first, since you're the predecessor, you're the original.
Oh man, that's funny, dude.
But the sequel is here too, Pringle the Two, aka Broken Wing.
I always do feel really good when I hear that sound clip. It's like, hell yeah, let's go.
It's so fitting since we almost talked about Final Fantasy 14 for 45 minutes before we started the show.
Yeah, man. Oh man, if you don't pump the brakes,
Yo, if we don't stop Broken, he will keep going.
it will keep going.
And like half of the Discord will keep going as well. And I was just like, man, like,
what kind of monkey shit is this?
oh yeah, you and me, British lady.
The weebs. You can smell.
You can smell the weebs. Fellas, we got a fun show. It's not a normal show. It's a throwback show. You could call this FGC Hollywood mixtapes, featuring Right to Orbis. Because yeah, this is all a fighting game show. I kind of told you guys that I would probably get away from doing news and topics or whatever, but I was like, we still don't have a topic set for the next podcast. And since all these fighting games are popping off, Hacker Man, we're not talking about Hacker Man, but like we got Tekken 8, we got a little bit of Street Fighter 6, even a little bit of Grand Blue in there. Me talking about Grand Blue? Go figure.
Hey, Grand Blue's kind of lit. I cannot wait.
Nobody said that sentence.
It's like, you did not. You're stop lying.
Stop. Cap.
Stop the cap.
No, we'll talk about it. I just included it just because it's coming up. So yeah, if you like fighting games, this is the episode for you. And by the way, good job to both of y'all on the spoiler cast last week. It was fun. I thought it was a good discussion talking about River City Girls. Pringle, you finally beat it.
Yeah, I finally beat it, man. It was good. It was.
You didn't like that last boss, huh?
Nah, boring almost in a way. It was like I didn't like that. Like, okay, so here's funny thing that happened when I fought the last boss. My girlfriend died, and right when she died, or I mean, it's either one of us that died actually. I don't remember. And when you beat the boss, and the transition happens where she gets that extra sliver of health, like that extra quarter of her bar back, my soul was flying away and I couldn't get resurrected and I got stuck.
Dude,
I was like, bad game design. Bad. I was like hitting a dog for being bad. I was like, that's terrible design, dude. So we got stuck, and I think it was her, and she couldn't revive, so I had to fight it by itself. And another thing I realized, man, so like we went around eating every item we could, and it helped. But then like one thing that's really messed up is that we went to the pharmaceutical store, right? And bought like medicine, and we bought the same thing over and over again. And dude, it didn't matter. Like it literally kept letting us buy like the medicine over and over again, but it wasn't going into the inventory. I was like, what the hell is this? So we just wasted our money and it didn't do anything. Yeah, man.
What are you playing on? Is this the Steam version?
Steam, man. Right on my PC, bro.
That's
man,
weird.
I don't know how you guys are having so many issues.
That's weird.
The game sucks. No, I'm just like,
we didn't have those issues. Maybe it just doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't know, right?
By
Probably
the way,
like
everybody, this is Pringle's T-shirt that he bought me. This is an official Pringle.
That's a great.
Pringleworks shirt.
You can hear it.
It's a great shirt for the listeners. Since if you're not on the YouTube version of the podcast, Broken is wearing a T-shirt that Pringle got him. It's the disconnected sign or the
Connecting
alert.
to server.
Yeah, connecting the server whenever you
log into Guilty Gear Strive.
Put this
Yeah,
headset.
so for people that didn't try the beta, like, I guess over.
Not even
Close
try
to
the
2
beta.
years.
Literally anytime you boot up the game, because it literally.
But
does
do you
that.
remember when we first got our hands on it, when we got the open beta, that you would look at that connecting the server message for, I don't know, 40 minutes before trying to get into the beta to play the game for the first time back when it was first coming out. So.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously everybody had a bunch of issues with it initially, and I was about to quit. I was like, dude, I don't care about this game enough to just wait here. And then Pringle was like, nah, play it. We got to talk about it on the podcast. And then we, half-heartedly talked about it on the podcast. And I was like, this game sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So, but Strive's going through some, I was going to say growing pains, but just adult back pains. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what.
I've already said it. For those of you who want the quick PR note, they've addressed the issue, and then Junior, one of the developers, said, "Hey, from April 6th to today, or whenever, until the next patch comes out, if you have any clips of Hacker Man messing with your game, send it to us so we can see it. Send it to Junior." Here, I'll go and look up.
Junior.
I'll look up his @ so that way it makes it a little easier for you guys.
I'm sure if you just Twitter search Guilty Gear Strive, that's probably going to be one of the most replied to tweets since, it's current.
Yeah, it's at Junior F Official, with the F being capital.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm going to be right back, guys, but keep going. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so basically, if you have any clips of Hacker Man from April 6th to whenever, I love how he just turns off his camera. You
Yeah.
can send it to Junior, and they'll use it to look up the Hacker Man footage. But there's a separate issue with the servers that Arc System Works has found out what it is. They know what the problem is, and they're working on fixing it. So, there you go.
And you talked before the podcast. You said we don't know if Hacker Man is one person or a group, kind of like Pringle mentioned before the podcast. I guess we probably should record that part, but in hindsight. But back, I forget what year it was exactly, but there was a group of hackers that hacked PSN, and you couldn't use the PSN network for the longest time on PS3. And it was a long time. I'm gonna say it was like multiple months that people couldn't just get on PSN.
It wasn't just PS3, because I had a PSP, and it was also PSP too.
Yeah, I guess it's the whole network. So
it's the whole network. So I got 2 free PSP games off that, and 2 free PS3
hey yo,
games.
still, dude, what the hell? Months of you can't play online and you can't even connect anything. And if you have games that are all online, like if you just downloaded them and you didn't install them on your hardware, I mean, it's just it was a mess, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know if this whole Hacker Man situation with Strive is a group or just one person. It's probably a group, I would assume. But
It could be a group. I will say this though, if there's one thing from the PS3 era I want back, it's a little game called Fat Princess. I guess I can talk about it while we wait for Pringle real quick.
Sure, we can kill some time before he comes back.
So
Because I do. By the way, I didn't put it on the show notes, but I do want you to tell us what's been going on with your work life. But I want him here for that. So
yeah. So Fat Princess is a game. So think of Team Fortress 2 meets I want to say Disney.
okay, yeah, I think I've actually seen some footage of Fat Princess before.
Yeah, it's super like cutesy looking, and then all of a sudden when you play the game, it's like, oh damn, that's brutal as hell. People are getting their heads chopped off.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was on the PSP.
It was on the PSP and PS3. The PSP version is actually technically the second version, but it's like a remix of the first version with like a little bit extra stuff.
Okay. I never had a PSP. I owned a PS Vita. One of my favorite PS Vita games. Not Persona 4 Golden, although that's up there. Gravity Rush. I really liked Gravity Rush. That was one of my favorite games on there.
Gravity Rush.
And then Gravity Rush 2 came out, and they didn't put it on Vita, dude. They put it on PS4, stinking PS4, and I didn't have one. I was like, man, I don't want to pay Sony.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They never put it on Vita, and then it never came to PC. So, rip, dude. I like Gravity Rush. Cat, she could float and stuff. That was sick.
Yeah,
it was a fun game.
I actually might stream Gravity Rush 2. Although, if I do that, I might have to play Gravity Rush 1 because the DLC content is on the PS4 version.
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised they never revisited that franchise. It's pretty good.
It's
because
they
never
came
back to Gravity Rush.
It's because the company shut down.
Oh, really?
Japan Studios.
Which company?
Japan Studios is shut down.
Which company?
Damn.
For Gravity Rush?
Yeah.
Gravity Rush, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of wanted to try that game, but I hear it's like really good on the Vita because it's like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Why did it not bring
As
Gravity Rush
opposed
2
to-
on Vita?
Well,
yeah,
because
as opposed to playing it on like actual PS4, it's sick on the Vita.
because
Yeah,
if
on
you
Vita, it's
look
really
up
good.
if you look up how big Gravity Rush 2 is, there's no way. And also,
Dude, they let the Vita die.
yeah, they let the Vita die. So by
Man,
the
they
time
didn't
Gravity
make
Rush,
any exclusives for that thing. That's insane. It was just everything is just like it's
no,
on
there's
the PS4.
there's 1,000 is for the Vita. The problem is that they
man.
never did what Nintendo did, which was like every 5 minutes say, "Hey, here's this cool game."
Yeah,
like-
there's Freedom Wars. So.
Man, there
Freedom
is
Wars
You
is
look at the
sick.
amount of exclusives. There isn't
Gravity
really as
Rush
much as
is
there
sick.
should be, as opposed to the PSP.
Wipeout,
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Low-end
PSP, yeah. PSP, they were making like,
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of eating. I'm just. So
Yeah.
you go ahead.
They made
Wipeout
PSP games from the
2048.
ground up.
Yeah, like there's a lot of exclusives. I have
No,
a
not on
ton
the
of
Vita, man. On the
exclusives
PSP, yes.
Vita.
Bro, I'm telling you, look at the Vita list and then try to see how many of those are on the PS4, and
There's
so
like
many
5.
of them are on it.
There
There's
are like
yeah.
5.
I will.
And its best-selling game is a PS2 game. It's a remaster of a PS2 game.
Yeah, right. Golden Persona
Yep.
4. Literally, people bought a Vita for Golden. I was like, bro.
Bruh.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true. All right,
Yeah.
but yeah, I want Fat Princess to make a sequel because that game is awesome.
I think I heard of that before.
Hey, now that we're all here, I was gonna wait for Pringle to show up so you can hear the story.
Swap
Brogan,
this thing.
you all of a sudden last week you were like, because we have our little group chat in Discord, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I got fired.
What happened?
The way you explained it through text
Didn't
made
make
like
no
no sense.
so,
So we need the story. What happened?
I was on Twitter on my cell phone, as every good American is, on my break.
While at work.
Yeah,
Okay,
at work,
break.
while at work, on break. And I'm just scrolling through Twitter, and I see a tweet that says, bro, we need to conserve this man's brain. His storytelling is on point. I was like, what the hell is it? And it's a Low Tier God video. So I click on the Low Tier God video, and I listen to it. But, like, I'm not at the break room. I'm in my office because what I wanted was, like, I've been noticing my hours were kind of fucked up because what happened is I'd get off break and walk to the workroom. So I might be missing like maybe 10 extra minutes every day of work. Or no, not 10. Let's say 30 minutes. Because of the simple fact that I got to walk all the way to the office, log in to the computer, and then say break's over. Rather than, so
Okay.
I was just like, I don't want to spend like an hour.
So you just
At
took your break
work.
at your desk.
Yeah, and so I was just watching the video, and like it's Low Tier God talking about Low Tier God stuff, you know, as he were to say.
What did he say verbatim? Because I mean, you won't get canceled off of here. What did he say?
I'm gonna poke your mama.
Basically, what he said was he was going off a tangent. Basically, it was the video where he was like, all right, imagine you and imagine me, and you're running away in the forest, and
I
I'm
love that one.
running.
They edited it and they made it.
I
I
don't know.
watched
that
it like a
one.
couple days ago.
Yeah, and I'm running, and I got gold hood on, and I got my boys running behind me, and they got black
With our
hoods
black
on.
cloaks.
Yeah, black clothes on. I watched that whole video, and like, Pringle could attest. You know the part where he says, "And I'm gonna rape you," right? She heard that.
Shit.
She heard that. And she's like, "That is so vile and disgusting."
Who did? Who heard that?
Like one of my coworkers.
Okay.
And so the next day, HR calls me, and they're like,
"Man, bruh,
we have a 0 SR policy. So congrats. Sign here. You're out."
Damn, dude.
wow."
LTG got you fired. That's nuts.
Low tier
That's
god
crazy.
got me fired.
But wait,
guys.
how are you playing that video? Were you playing it like loud, or were you playing it like with headsets? How? Oh, but you didn't have headsets on or something?
No, which is
Oh man, that's where you messed up, man.
oh well.
Damn.
Oh well.
That sucks. Hey man, I've been fired too before. I'm like whatever. Like peace.
Peace.
On a better
Okay.
paying job, basically.
And
Usually they do you a favor. Like honestly, when you get fired, I got a good firing story. Check this out. This is how you know people's true colors right here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
worked. This was a few years back, but when I first moved to Missouri, I got this job at a hotel as just like this maintenance guy, or not like the head maintenance guy, but like the assistant. The head maintenance guy was this, I don't know, 50-year-old dude, kind of like, you know, just a handyman guy, had like one bum leg. This dude needed surgery on his leg. So they hired me basically to both help him, but then when he's gone from leave after surgery, to take care of the place, at least not, hopefully it doesn't burn down by the time that the main guy comes back. And then I can still keep working while he's, you know, after he comes back. So that's the real reason why they hired me. But I was promised to, you know, keep working even after. So here's what happened. You know, we do everything for like a good 4 months, and then he finally goes into surgery, and he's going to be on leave for 3 months. And he goes into surgery, and 3 months go by, and everything's fine. Like, you know, the hotel is in good shape. Like, I did my job. We didn't have anything bad happen. Like, I don't know anything big about plumbing or electrical work, but I could do the little things. And then if I ever needed somebody like a professional, I would call somebody, and I'd be like, all right, well, I need a big plumber. So like, hey, you know, I'm going to call this guy. So that's what happened. And then the guy shows back up, and he shows up, and like his leg is still bummed. Like, this dude can't fucking walk. And I was like, well, how are you going to work like this? Cause like we're, you know, going up attics and shit and all this stuff. And, and anyway, I'm doing all the heavy work. And then what happened was, they told him, I was like, well, maybe you should take more time off. And this guy, I just felt that he was so insecure about his position that he thought that I was after his job. And I was like, I don't even want your job, because he was on call, dude. When it reached 3 o'clock, I was bounced out of that place.
I don't like. That's why I don't like on call jobs, man. Because you
Yeah.
gotta be ready to go.
So yeah, I didn't want his job. I just wanted to show up, you know, do my work, and then bounce. Like I like my set hours. And that dude got me fired, was like, well, we don't have enough work for 2 maintenance guys. And because he had quote unquote seniority, despite the fact that I just covered for this guy for 3 months.
3 months straight.
3
That's
months,
how he
dude.
do you, man.
I saved his job for 3 months, and he had me fired. And then the assistant, you know, general manager, she didn't want to fire me, but she didn't have a lot of leverage because the GM and him were buddy. And she wanted to keep me, but like the GM was, I don't know, he had his own problem. He turned out to be a pedophile, but like that's a different story. And then
it's always another story too to all of these. I swear to God, there's always something new.
Dude, old men, they don't know how emails work. Like you can track that shit, but like regardless, that's a whole different thing. But
Especially
anyway,
their business emails, they have read receipts
dude,
all the
that's
time.
what I'm saying.
So it's like, that's stupid.
Dude, that's how those guys are getting caught on TikTok, because you know what they're watching. But like, anyway, I get fired, and then that guy actually ended up doing me a favor, because dude, I ended up taking a job that like paid like $8 extra than what I was paying. So really, I didn't know that I was like, you know, I was just chilling, kind of not doing anything. I was just kind of happy, being content, being like doing whatever. When I left that place, I was like, well, he actually did me a huge favor by firing me, because then I actually had to look for a job that paid way more. So I think they did you a favor.
Exactly.
So now so what's going on now? Like, are you
So,
looking for
T-Mobile?
I applied for T-Mobile. So
Oh, okay.
in May I'll find out. I also, in May, although it's a part-time job, sadly, it's not a full-time job, but luckily in May my locals will rebuild its store. and they want me to work at the actual store. So I'll probably just have like two, basically. What's the word I'm looking for? Two safety
Gigs?
nets. Two
Yeah.
safety nets.
Yeah. I don't think you'll get paid much working at no game store though, or whatever, man.
It's not a game store.
Oh, what is it then?
It's like a library.
I don't think you get paid. I don't think you get paid much in any store.
You know those
What position?
do you know those gaming libraries or like the gaming cafes? It's that.
Oh, probably like not even like that's probably not even. It's interchangeable, probably, man. With how much you'll get paid there, then.
True,
Yeah.
but they want me to work there because they
For
also
a
host.
part-time.
Well, not just that, but they also do tournaments, and they want me for the tournaments as well as for the major tournaments because we have Rise and Grind, which is a global Smash tournament that just started last year in Waco and is now doing its second year this year. So they want me for that, but because us Nexus Esports folks really like Guilty Gear Strive, they're like, okay, we can add Strive and Smash to
players
the
like
tournament.
that game too, boy.
Yo, Smash
There's
players
literally a tournament
love.
of 2 games, Smash and Strive,
Yeah, Smash players love Strive. I don't know why. They're like, yo,
because
we're
it's
into
easy,
Strive.
man.
Yeah.
It's easy. That's why. It's the same thing with like how some Smash players play Street Fighter 5. It's easy. That's why, man.
You don't catch them
I
fools on
literally,
Persona.
dude, that game is too hard. Dude, I would have like when Stripe kind of popped up and I was still going to locals. Well, actually, no, never mind. That didn't happen. But when I was going to locals,
Belay that
when I was going
information.
to
Shit
locals,
up in his head.
Belay
No,
that,
I forgot
folks.
that. I started the story differently. I'm talking on my ass. But when I would go to the locals and I'd play games with those guys, they only played Smash. Like that's what their thing is. But if there was a game that was just as easy, like sometimes the Smash players would maybe play Grand Blue. That game is easier. They would play the easy fighting games. They wouldn't play any of the hard stuff. They would not play me in Skullgirls. I couldn't get anybody to play me in that game. But that's normal.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
smooth
used to
brains,
that.
yeah. Smooth brain Smash players.
Bro, I'm
Yeah,
smooth
man.
brain as
You
hell.
need too much wrinkles for Skullgirls, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
A couple, at least.
I'm smooth brain as hell, man. I play a gorilla character in my game.
Hey, we're
Are
gonna
you?
talk about gorillas here in a bit. I got a shout out to a certain Pringle here, but I got a quick story and then we'll do some trivia. This is not a normal show, so we're not doing word of the week and sports question of the week. We'll keep that for the topic shows, but I got a quick. Pringle might like this. Maybe you too, Broken, because you like anime. I'm doing something different. You know me. I can't watch anime. I have boycotted the media. I don't like it.
Dang.
But I'm doing something different. I watched 2 episodes of anime.
Mm-hmm.
One yesterday, one today. There's a manga called Blood Sea that I want to read. I read the synopsis.
Let's see.
And I was like, "Ooh, this-
interesting.
I was like, this sounds cool. This sounds interesting. And I usually, it's only like 20 chapters. It's a pretty old manga. And I was like, I want to read this. But I was like, you know what? Let me try something different. I know there's an anime to this. And there's like 12 episodes. So it's probably right along where the manga is. Maybe the manga has like 4 extra chapters and I can read it afterwards. I think what I've been doing is because I've been so comfortable with the media of manga that I've just been reading it. And then every time I see anime, I was like, oh, it's not like the manga. So I haven't read a single panel of Blood Sea. I went straight to the anime.
Okay.
And I already, this is just my feeling. I'll validate this or maybe not once I actually read it. But I just feel that there's so much filler in the anime. I can tell that they're wasting time. Like there's so many scenes where I can tell like they're just completely wasting time. And I could have been through like so many chapters by now. And I've watched 40 minutes of this anime. And I still have 10 more episodes, but I want to get through it. I want to get through the whole anime. And it's okay. Like, it's just not, I don't know. It's just, I wish.
I'll explain it. What
I've seen
happened?
it.
So what happened is until I want to say 2020, like I forget what era of anime we currently are in, but in the beginning of our current era of anime, Japan decided instead of just doing non-stop anime episodes once a week, why don't we just take a break like Americans do and just do seasons? And so what happened was before
Boku no Hero.
so before they did that, what would happen was is that Gintama actually has a funny explanation of it. You should actually watch the Gintama clip. I don't know, Pringle, you might have seen it. Have you?
Yeah, there's a GIF for that. You can just find.
Yeah, there's a
just look
GIF
at
for
the
it. Basically, what happens is that whenever anime and manga make their show, you give manga at least like 3 months to make progress, and then anime will come up and they'll start to come in. And then when anime and manga hit this fun global moment where they're both at the same point, what anime will do to give manga time to catch up is they'll do filler. So they'll kind of just do like this little loop de loop de loop, and then
I don't mean filler like that. I don't mean like Bleach filler or Dragon Ball filler. What I mean
I've
is
seen Blood Sea though in this case, and it's not a long show, so it shouldn't be any filler really.
And I mean like the episode is literally extended. I'll give you an example. Episode 2, there's an example in which the main girl sees a dog, and that scene is about a minute, maybe 90 seconds long, and it really shouldn't be. That's 2 panels in the manga. I guarantee you it's going to be 2 panels in the manga, even if it's in there. The scene is her walking up to the dog, looking at the dog looks back at her looking at the dog looks back at her, and then she's trying to reach the hand, extend it all the way over to the dog and pet it, and then the dog turns around, goes into the woods. That's a 90-second scene that is probably like just fluff. Like, why did I just see that? And there's so many instances like that throughout the first 2 episodes that I watched. I was like, dude, I could have been done with it. So like, I'm trying to reserve my judgment, but through 2 episodes, I think I'm understanding why I can't resonate with the medium of anime. It's just, it wastes my time. Like, I just think it's wasting my time.
I think I would say that I don't know. Let me see here. Hold up. Let me just double check on that. Let me see. Let's see. Anime count. 12 episodes. Okay. So I was gonna say usually anime there are like 12 episodes. That's more than enough. When they sometimes
I think the manga is 20 chapters though.
They can be really long. Yeah. Oh wow. That's like stretched like Luffy, man. They gum that motherfucker. That's too long. Cause I've seen a little bits of it. I think I saw a couple of. I didn't really like it because I feel like the idea is that they're just showing deaths, like they're showing how to kill people a lot of times, and that's what it feels like with the anime. So I think that anime in particular, I don't think it gets any better. Like,
I'll say this.
I'll get through it and I'll give you guys a final judgment. I want to read it though. That's why I was like, let me try something different. Let me watch it first. But it's not going well.
I'll say ever this, seen though, like an entire episode, or like it might take 1 or 2 episodes to do 1 chapter of an anime, which is pretty good technically, because it's like, rather than reading an entire chapter or 2 chapters, you can just watch 1 episode and get both of them together. Which is probably why
it's so much faster just reading the chapter though.
True,
it's always going to be faster. Yeah.
It is always going to be faster, but that's probably why anime has always overlapped and like caught up to the manga way too quickly. Is because you're basically watching 1 chapter at a time, and it takes like a week or a month to get the next chapter in like Shonen Jump. So it's like, they can pump it like super quick animation wise, but then it's like,
that really happens mostly for shonen anime because they're so long running. Like One Piece is 1 chapter an episode, so they stretch that motherfucker long as hell. But for like normal anime that only has like really short counts, they finish everything in like 13, 25 episodes, and it should be well paced because like usually the manga is just, I mean, you can make a 25-minute episode and that could cover like 6 chapters of a manga, really.
Yeah.
It could capture a lot. And if it's only based off like a light visual novel, that's even more almost, because that's just words, man.
Yeah.
So it, like,
if it's a 4 coma, it's probably like 20 chapters.
Yeah, man. Because like, what anime is it that I can't think of anything on the top of my head, but there's just a lot of anime that's like that, where the manga can get just chopped really quickly, and then the anime will just finish that in 13 minutes because animation happens like fast.
Yeah.
But manga's really fun though, man.
Yeah,
I like reading manga. It's fun though because like you get to like fill in the blanks in your head.
Yeah, I personally prefer it, but you know, I'll keep going Blood Sea, and I don't know. Also, it's kind of old. I think it's from like 2007, 2008, so it doesn't really hold up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing is with manga, I don't think manga like gets out of fashion. It's kind of like pixel art. Like if you ever play Chrono Trigger or like some of those old
it's
NES
kind of
games,
timeless. Yeah.
yeah.
I will say this:
Oh.
I've been reading a couple manhwa on Webtoon,
Hmm.
and some of them I'm like, I kind of want to just watch the anime of this. Like, I kind of just want Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll has taken 2 manhwas from Webtoon and turned them into anime. And
Dude, you should don't watch Solo Leveling. Just read it. It's better.
I'm not watching Solo Leveling because I haven't even read
You
it,
know,
and I don't
you-
want to read it because I'm already reading something that's like Solo Leveling, but it's
They're
actually
all like
cooler.
Solo Leveling. That's the whole thing. With
Yeah.
manga. They're all Solo Leveling.
All manhwas are just literally Solo Leveling, but like, here's a twist.
Even the guy looks the same all the time. It's just the guy with black hair.
Well, to be
I
fair,
will
like the
say-
one I'm reading is it started like that, and then now it's on the second part, and the second part is them trying to find the character from the first part. And so like the main character in the video game world literally has white hair. So it's like, oh, there's a twist. His hair isn't black.
It's all
But
the same premise. All the same.
Yeah.
also I like, so the manhwa I was just talking about is called Hardcore Leveling Warrior.
Hmm.
It's always something like that. It's like max level person.
Yes. Yeah.
being.
It's kind of sick though. Like I like the story because it's just like, it's what if we power scale so hard that power scaling no longer makes sense. That's that. Like every panel is just them just like busting out some stupid absurd power.
Yeah, that's usually what those kind of like I went to another world or like virtual
Dude.
reality type of
Yeah.
manhwas are. It's just fighting things.
I want to end it with this though, and I watched a really cool little video of like, well, it's not a little bit, it was like 20 minutes, and it was like, it told me the reality, the truth of it, where it was like the best shonen arc ever, and it was the Dragon Ball Z, the shonen arc of Frieza, and that was like it, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
from like that first part, from like when Goku, Raditz comes in, and then all the way to the end where he fights Frieza, and they go Super Saiyan, best shonen arc ever. I saw that video and I was like, damn, he right. That was gangster as hell.
I
was
think-
like,
It's
I was
so long,
crazy
though.
as a kid.
So
I
long.
think
Oh, it
the
was long.
Cell Saga was better than the Frieza Saga.
No.
I think the
This
Cell
is not,
Saga is
dude.
better.
Like, think about it. Like,
There's
as
some
cool
cool
as Trunks
characters in
was,
that saga, but
Yeah.
the Frieza saga is good.
as
It's
cool
too
as
good.
Trunks was, Homeboy just comes in. Oh, I can turn Super Saiyan, ha, and just blast him. While it's literally like 100+ episodes of
Just
seeing
carves
Goku build
Frieza,
up
yeah.
to that. Yeah, he just slices
Well-
him up like sashimi.
Well, the
Like,
reason
like,
I
damn,
say-
motherfricker.
The reason I say Cell Saga to me is better is because the drama that Cell created was like, there's no humans left on Earth. They're
Man, I think
fucked.
Frieza's a better villain though, man, because he's
They're-
crazy.
they're-
Frieza was crazy.
Frieza,
Yeah.
he's the original too.
Yeah, man.
One thing that bothered me with Cell Saga is that it gets to a point where like, so he does whatever he wants, and all of a sudden he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make this a structured tournament, and he puts all the rocks and he creates the arena, and then he fights Goku, and then Goku is like, actually, my son's stronger. He's like, whatever, and he destroys the arena. And I was like, what was the whole point of like
Yeah.
The arena?
making the whole thing and bringing the TV crews and making it a spectacle if you're just gonna get back down to like what you were gonna do in the
Anyways,
it just didn't make
Right,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
it's
true, man.
because Cell is such a like, he's one of those villains that is like, I smell my own farts kind of villain, where he's like, yeah, I know I'm that guy. I'm that guy. So like that's why he
Oh,
did that.
man.
He's spectacling. Like, you
Yo,
know
shout
how,
outs to 16 though. 16 underrated Dragon Ball.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
He's the one
16
that
is-
dies, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
16's
he
the one that
gets-
He's
Dies.
dies.
like,
Stop.
Gohan, you need to understand.
He's the
Everybody's
Schwarzenegger.
important. And he just stomps on his ass. And he's like,
The birds,
He
Gohan.
liked the birds. He was a bird watcher.
Gohan, do you hear them? Crush. I was like,
I
ain't no
liked
way.
16. As a kid watching that scene, I'm like, damn, dude, I liked 16. He was a gentle giant, you know.
Yeah. When
He
Gohan
literally
goes
is
Super Saiyan
the-
2 was pretty sick though.
What I always found
Yeah.
funny was like 16 hated Goku, but was like, Gohan, I know you're the son of Goku, but you're
Yeah.
like so cool. I want you to succeed in life. I was like, dude.
See, See, this is where I thought 16. Okay, and we'll stop with this really. But like, I thought, well, okay, if you get me going on Dragon Ball, I'll go for 45 minutes. But this is where I thought what was kind of cool. 17 and 18 felt really human. They didn't feel like androids, so their hate for Goku didn't really make sense. 16 was like a generation older, and he felt like he was truly programmed to hate Goku by Dr. Gero. So like that's why it made sense to me. But like 16 or 17 and 18, they were just like two punk kids that were just creating chaos just to create chaos, which was like I guess the whole history of Trunks movie. But like I don't. 16, he was literally programmed to kill.
Bro,
Goku.
we can have a whole podcast of talking about DBZ. Yo.
And
like, we really could.
And what's weird is that 17 decides to like grow up and become a park ranger.
Yeah,
I love nature, everybody. I'm gonna be a park ranger. And then 18's like, hey yo, this police officer? Yeah, I'm all about this police officer.
Remember when Piccolo took Gohan and threw him onto a mountain?
Oh yeah,
bruh. Yeah. I'm your father now.
Bro,
right,
Piccolo
fellas,
is throwing
Piccolo's the OG.
Piccolo's now throwing Pan into mountains. He's like, "Hey yo, Pan.
Yeah.
I did this to your father. I'm gonna do it to you now."
Man, he's the true father figure for all the Saiyans.
He really is.
Half human, half Saiyans. We got some trivia, and then we'll get into the fighting game talk. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this because I do want to alternate. Let's do this. I'll start with Pringle and then I'll go to you, Broken, and then I think I'll do the final segment.
The second part of the.
Oh yeah, the second part. We'll do
kind of quick fire, so like we have to answer it.
So second part, whoever has the answer in their head can shout it out. All right, and then we'll go back to alternating with the third segment. So FGC trivia, and for people listening at home, you guys can follow along. If you like fighting games, this is going to be a little bit in the weeds. So if you joined us before, or rather after FGC Hollywood era, then you probably won't have any idea what we're talking about. But if you're an FGC Hollywood listener who has moved over to a Ride to Orbis era, you should be feeling at home. All right, Pringle, finish the sentence. Daisuke's blank.
Vision.
All right, good. Broken.
That combo was bust ass.
Very nice. Can you credit it? Who said that?
Oh my god, I think that the guy who credited it was Infiltration. If not Infiltration, I think it was Pork Chop.
That's not okay. So I can't really say who was the original, but who I heard it from. Pringle, do you know?
Yipes.
Yipes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first time I heard that.
To be fair, Infiltration and Yipes
he may have gotten
literally...
that from somebody else, but I feel like he makes crap up a lot, man. I don't know.
I was gonna say, to be fair, Infiltration and Yipes be talking like hella mad dumb shit all the time to each other. They could be, they could like make like an entire dictionary of weird shit.
I think Bus ass. That's a Yipes thing. I have a feeling.
Yeah, that or him and Lee Chung spread that word around.
Yeah.
And the first time we heard it was from him.
Yeah. All right, Pringle. Run that
cheeks
blank.
No. Run that back, right?
Yeah, run that back.
Yeah.
And Broken.
No round brown.
There you go. And okay, who? Okay.
Okay, Pork Chop made that one.
Yeah, it's Pork Chop. That's Pork Chop.
No round brown. I fucking love that video.
No round brown.
I love that video. My man's got like an entire entourage, like hyping him up and like.
Oh man!
Have you seen their shirts? Their shirts are so cool with the ATL Koreans on there.
ATL Korean.
I wish I had an entourage of bros hyping me up all the time and like dabbing me up every 5 minutes because I'm sweating.
Oh man,
that would be awesome.
Hey, those guys come through for each other. That's a really cool community they got there.
Yeah, that's what I do like about them.
It's the only brotherhood the FGC has left.
The Pork Chop Brotherhood
stabs each other on the back and hacks their guilty gears. All right. So next, I'm gonna say a game mechanic, and you have to tell me which game it's from, and just shout out the answers. And if one of you guys knows the answer, the other guy doesn't, then you can help each other out.
Okay.
Dead Angle.
Guilty Gear.
All right. Chicken.
MVC.
Oh man, I didn't remember that.
Chicken blocking.
Chicken blocking. Chicken blocking. Yeah.
No, that's not what I meant. I would have put chicken blocking if I meant chicken.
Mother Humper. I thought you were talking about chicken blocking. I was like, oh yeah, that's a Marvel. That's a Marvel
It
mechanic.
only says chicken. It doesn't say blocking on there. Broken.
What
Damn,
other
Pringle, you don't know
purpose?
this?
What other purpose do you use chicken
No,
for besides chicken
I
blocking?
don't know chicken.
Damn.
I feel like I should though.
Chicken is Tekken. It's whenever somebody parries you and you parry back.
Oh,
Chicken.
is that what that is? I never really hear that word,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I'm not
nobody-
Because
gonna
nobody
front.
does it. Because everybody sucks at parrying back parries.
Parrying is so hard in that game. You gotta read for that.
Yeah.
Damn, my
Yeah,
bad.
but you'll hear the announcer saying chicken. It's
Yeah.
legacy mechanic.
I don't think
Nice.
I've ever seen that even in Tekken 7. Nobody's done that. I don't even
No, it
think-
isn't Tekken 7.
Is it in 7?
People just don't use it. Yeah, people just don't have the reactions to do it, I guess. I don't know. But it's in there, yeah.
Not in that game, at least. Swamp water ass game.
It's going to be an 8
Alright.
and no one's still going to use it.
Oh, man. We'll talk about 8 here in a bit.
Oh yeah.
Chain shift.
Uni.
Yeah.
DHC.
That's Street Fighter. Oh, delayed hyper combo is NBC! That's NBC! Whoops! My
Let me
brain!
hit you with a curveball, Skullgirls, but in
Yeah.
reality it's NBC. too.
Oh my god,
Oh,
my
man,
brain!
My man said, "Yo, man, I can't wait for DHCs and Street Fighter."
Street Fighter 7.
My brain
What is
literally.
that?
That's the Chris Hugh
What do you know what it stands for?
delayed hyper combo. Yeah,
Can
that's
you
the-
explain to the audience who
I
doesn't
am
know what
not
delayed hyper-
about. I'm not about to go into.
I'm not
Chris
I'm not
Hugh
talking about the
video.
glitch. I'm just talking about regular DHC.
Oh, okay. Oh god. So a delayed hyper combo is when you do a super, and while a super is going off, you send out your second character to do another super, so that way when one super ends, you can have another super go off.
Yeah. And normally
Was
what
that-
happens is the original character goes back and then you play with the secondary character who did the second super.
Yep.
Was that originally a glitch?
It was. So there is a glitch behind it. There's a famous
yeah.
video by Chris Hugh, but I'm about to explain it very easily and succinctly. All it is you do a combo, you delay the hyper combo to do no damage on the hit, but because
Mhm.
it does no damage, when you summon the next character to do the super, that combo has no proration, so it does
Yeah.
max damage.
Mm-hmm.
There's no scaling on it. Yeah.
That's the glitch, is
Mhm.
that you do the super, you do a combo, then you do a super, and then you delay the second character to come so that the combo misses, so that way whenever you hit somebody with the delayed non-hitting combo, when it starts up
Yeah.
again, the combo's still ticking, but now you have full damage on the combo rather than
Yeah.
like no scaling.
In
damage.
layman's terms, it's a combo that's not really a combo, but does unscaled damage as a combo. It's fucked up.
Yeah, right.
If you
All right.
ever want to be confused, just go look up Chris Hugh explains the DHC glitch.
Yeah.
He's the progenitor of the reason why we all like
Shout out to Chris Hugh. Shout out to the East Coast squad, FGC.
Chris Hugh still has my favorite video ever, which is the greatest feeling a man could ever feel.
I think I've seen that one. That's
The one where he
what's
talks
that
about
channel?
the one he talks about where where like a guy has to pee.
That's from the Ultra TN channel, right?
Yep.
Shout outs to Ultra TN. All right, we got two more here. Quickfire, FADC.
Okay, that's Street Fighter, and that's Street
Okay.
Fighter 4. In
Very
particular.
good.
There we
Very
go. Smash Ultimate.
You can technically do it in Smash, and you can technically do it in Tekken 7, but
Right.
it started in Street Fighter 4.
All right.
Last one, Crushing Blow.
That's
Crushing
Mortal-
spelled with a K.
That's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Spelled with a K as well.
I didn't actually know that, but I don't really know much about that game, man.
All I know is that
Yeah.
NRS sucks.
If I didn't spell that with a K, would you have known that, Broken?
No, I would have.
Okay.
Because I have friends that play NRS games, and I'm just like, bro, you
Mm.
guys could play better fighting games. They're better fighting games out there.
All right. Why you play that trash?
I'm going to give it
All
to
right.
you, though, at this point. This is all Pringle. I think I only know
No,
one,
no.
one
I'm-
move. I only know
I'm-
one move on this character. On this
Well,
one.
you
Oh,
can give your
man,
best guess.
I don't know nothing about no move names, man. Go ahead.
You should
Mac.
know this first one, but I'm going to give this one to Broken, and if he doesn't know, then hopefully you can help him out. So I'll give you the move. You give me which character does it. You don't have to give me the game, but you should hopefully know the character. Goodfellas. And Pringle has to know this one. At least I hope he knows it.
Goodfellas.
I'm sure Pringle has been hit by many Goodfellas in his lifetime.
Is this a Skullgirls hit move?
It is Skullgirls. Do you know which character?
Oh yeah, no, I know which one it is.
I'm gonna guess Goodfellas is from, not Parasol, from what's her name? Peacock.
Describe her. Peacock.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah, Peacock. Yeah. Which move is that one again? Is that the one
bag.
where
the commander?
Oh yeah, the bad. Yeah. The level 5.
Yep. And then they all stomp on you while you're in the bag.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
love that.
cool.
Yeah, that move's cool.
I never see any tournament player do that move, and when I played Skullgirls,
see,
I would do it all the time. I would literally just do that move because it was like the hypest thing ever.
If you see like Triviality, he does that kind of. That dude's a crazy player though, man. He does some ridiculous shenanigans, man.
Because like every time I watch a Peacock on a tournament, all I see is them throw the bomb, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it does more
but-
damage, man. It's hard to grab people, man. You can't just be out here, and you got a level 5, so it's like you get a lot more damage doing the George, which is that huge bomb, and then you do Argus, and then you can just kind of Peacock can kind of repeat the same thing.
You know what
She can poop damage.
You know what the thing's falling out of the sky? The move's called. It's called Shadow of Impending Doom.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
I love how Shadow of Impending Doom actually cost a meter. If you get like the one in like I don't know how.
Nah, that doesn't cost meter, man.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nah, it just happens.
You can just
It's
hold
like,
it.
It's
for
like a
bigger
1
items.
in 200 and I think it's 1 in 216 or 1 in 1 million. I don't know, some ridiculous thing like that. But
Yeah.
she gets the Tenryu move, I think it's called, and that's from like Darkstalkers, the JoJo's.
No, so the one I'm talking about is the one where it literally it references JoJo's
Oh!
Bizarre Adventure. And
Oh,
like,
you're talking about the
screen
roll
literally-
roller. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking about the taunting. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're thinking about the roll roller. Yeah. That's JoJo's, man.
Yeah, that literally costs a meter, and it's like a 1 in 200 chance that it'll happen. But like if you have the meter, like if you do Shadow of Impending Doom, what happens instead of like a fridge that falls to the ground? It's literally one of her minions summons a road roller to like slam you, and then the minion goes and just like blows it up on you. I'm like, bro, that's sick.
She's a fun character. I really like her
Yeah.
as an item character. She's cool.
A lot of people hate her in the game, man.
Yeah,
Like, she's busted.
Every time
She
I
just
watch a
poops damage.
tournament, everyone's
I
like,
should've
"Oh
learned
God, you
Peacock
play
more."
Peacock? Fuck, this sucks."
As a character, I think as a character, if I had to pick an item character versus her or Faust or Teddy, I pick Peacock. I think she's more interesting.
I mean, as a zoning character, she's nuts, dude. Like, she's pretty crazy, man.
I think
mean,
the
like, she's
only
got,
one of
like,
those three that's not a
she's nuts,
zoner is
dude.
Teddy. Because
Teddy
Faust,
can zone a little.
Faust is also a zoner, but like Teddy, I don't think is a zoner.
Yeah, not by name, but he can do a little zone.
Yeah.
Broken, I'm coming right back to you with this because I know Pringle probably knows this one. Raging Lion.
I feel like this is a Tekken move, and I feel like this is a Lars move.
You want a second guess?
I don't know anyone else that would be a lion character in freaking Tekken.
I'll give you a guess. A hint. It's an anime game.
Well, I'm fucked.
I don't know about that one either, man. I feel like I should.
I play so many
I just don't
anime
remember
fighting
names.
games.
You don't know that one? Pringle, you got to guess?
I can't even guess, man. I feel like I. Oh wait, isn't that what's this dude name? Isn't that Kai? Is that Kai?
No,
It's not Kai.
Oh,
it's not Kai at
Soul
all.
either.
What's it?
I was thinking about Ride the
Broken,
Lightning.
Raging Lion is Narukami's overhead in Persona.
Oh yeah, that's what that's called.
The dagger spike, yeah. Raging
Oh,
Lion.
sick.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry,
Alright.
guys. My Persona knowledge just shit the bed.
How dare you? How dare you? Pringle, Jet Upper.
Did you give Pringle the
Oh, that's
easiest
that-
move?
Yeah,
You
gave
give
me
him the easiest one?
Well, because I thought he was gonna know Raging Lion.
That's Brian.
Holy
Man.
shit, that's bravery of the
It's okay.
third
I'm gonna give him
time.
the last one. Yeah, it
Oh
is Brian.
man, I won't know that one. It's okay, broken.
All right, Broken. Back to you. Ochio throw.
He didn't even say it. He just said it was Tekken. Who is
He
it?
said Brian.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear Brian.
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear Brian.
Man,
Highway robbery over here.
It's like I'm not letting that through.
we're not even playing for points. This is just for fun.
That's how we get. We get so competitive.
I don't
We should
even
get
know.
more competitive with the sports question of the week. Damn.
I don't know
Oh,
Ochio
man.
throw. I couldn't tell you Ochio throw if I tried. I was like, what the hell is Ochio throw? I'm gonna give it a guess though.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
give it a
Can
game.
I get a hint?
I'm gonna give it a game guess. I'm gonna give one game guess and then I'll ask for a hint. I'll ask for my my 50-50 or my ask the audience. So I'm gonna guess this is a some Marvel move.
No, you got the company right, but the game wrong.
Okay. So this is Capcom.
Is
game.
that's our hint then? It's Capcom game.
It's a Capcom game. Okay.
Mm.
I don't believe this character has ever been in a Marvel versus Capcom game.
Have they been in
So-
a Street Fighter game?
That would probably be the other Capcom game that Capcom makes.
They make
Yo, I
quite a
just thought
few
of
fighting
Darkstalkers.
games. You know, there's Darkstalkers. There's
I'll say this:
School
this
of-
character is pretty popular. Pretty popular character.
okay. Is it Armika?
No, but you're, I guess, closer.
Oh, I think maybe I know. I don't know.
Let's see here. If it isn't Armika, is it Zangief?
No, but you're even closer than that now.
God damn, how close can you get with Zangief?
Well,
and Mika?
because Zangief shares games with this character. Armika does not. At least I don't think so.
Okay, he hasn't been in a Marvel game. That eliminates.
Oh,
Alex.
is that is it the dude with the hair and the booty move? He throws his ass on.
Are you
mean
talking
Honda?
about?
No.
Birdie?
Big dude. No, not Birdie. Big
Okay.
other big dude. He's in Third Strike.
You're talking about.
I don't remember his name, man, but he throws his ass. It must not be that because Magates is.
No. The only one that throws his ass is E Honda, and it
Yeah,
is.
E-Honda.
It's
Nah,
it is-
man. This is the dude from Third Strike Grappler.
You're talking about Alex.
He's got the clap too. No.
Oh,
not
Hugo!
Alex.
You're talking about Hugo.
There
Oh,
we go.
Hugo, yeah. No, it's not Hugo. It's
Okay.
E Honda. It's E Honda.
We just said
it's
E Honda like
E-Honda?
3 times.
Ah, yeah. Ochio throw. Yeah, that makes sense.
We literally
Yeah,
said
it's the-
E Honda like 3 times. Damn.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Check the tapes. You did not. I said E Honda 3 times.
Okay,
Yeah,
my
he
bad.
did.
Check the tapes. Check the tapes. I don't.
man.
I'm having recency bias.
It's his command grab. It's a cool command grab. He's had it
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Oh, is it the one where he
Um,
grabs you and then he like slams you to the ground?
Yep. Last one here. Pringle.
Mhm.
Mad Struggle. I think Broken probably knows this one, but
No, but I feel like I know it, man. Ooh, can I get a hint?
it's Broken's favorite game.
Strive?
No, it's not
No,
Strive.
the franchise.
What does Broken play outside at Final Fantasy
It's,
14?
it's a guilty gear.
It's a Guilty Gear?
Yeah.
Oh,
This character is both
Mm.
in XX as well as in Exert.
damn, I feel like, is it Soul?
No.
No. You get 2 more
Dang.
guesses. 2 more. Somebody who's listening to the podcast right now is just shouting top of their
Like,
lungs.
say the right name! Ooh, Potemkin.
No.
One more guess. Think
Ooh.
classier. Classier looking character.
You
I mean,
know?
Potemkin's.
No,
I ain't know
she's
that
not
either.
classy at
Classy
all.
at all, actually. I was gonna say should have said Milia, but I don't know, man.
It's not
Oh
Millie.
yeah, that would have been a good
It's
guess.
not Millie.
But
Yeah.
damn, he just.
He knows, like,
one
the
final
opposite
one
of
final
classy.
tip. One final tip. It's a character. I don't know if classy is the right word, but it's a character that was both an XX and Exert, and it's a male character.
Mm.
Are they also in Strive?
No.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That does eliminate a lot of
Johnny? That's all I got. Johnny's the last one I got.
No,
Dang,
but
I don't know.
You got close. It's Venom.
Venom. I was just about to say
man, I
it was
forget
in the
about
tip
his
of my
existence, man. I ain't gonna
tip
front. Like,
of my tongue. I was like Venom. Let me get that. I'll
I
say
really
Venom.
forget about Venom's existence, man. I'm not gonna. Even when I played Rev 2,
So
like,
did Arxus, apparently.
They didn't forget about him. My
Oh,
man's
he's
running a
forgotten, man.
bakery. What
Oh,
do you
that's
want
right,
him to
yeah.
do?
open
Fight.
man, fight. Jam owns a restaurant that closed down.
Yeah.
Bro,
You know, they can just make it lore thing.
literally
Like
the
Venom's
reason
shot went out of business, or Venom needed to get the super secret ingredient, so now he's gonna fight the other gears to find it.
Well, the
I don't know,
reason
some
why he
bullcrap like
opened
that.
the the lore reason why I'm gonna do this really quickly. The lore reason why he opened
You
the
get
restaurant.
15 seconds.
Yeah, the reason why he opened the restaurant was because the Assassin's Guild was like, you die or you die. And Zato 1 was like, hey, yo, hold up. What if you don't die, but you forget that you were an assassin and you just run this bakery as yourself and not as Venom? And Venom was like, huh. What if I just live? And that was it. So he literally is out of the game. He's no longer an assassin. He
That
literally
means
is just a
nothing
bakery.
in the context of a video game, though.
Yeah, no
It
kidding.
could easily be like, oh, and then he had his protege, and his protege is the exact same character, basically.
Well, to be fair, I
Pretty
think
much.
like the only reason why they would actually have Venom in Strive is because his business isn't making him enough money to build RoboKai, and so he's just like, well, if I fight people, I could
Guilty
build
Gear War, dude.
RoboKai.
Fighting game
I
lore
didn't
is so
even-
whack.
I didn't-
It's
I
so
know,
whack.
right? I didn't even know RoboKai was built by another person in the
No,
game.
So RoboKai destroyed.
No,
It
no,
gets
no, no, no.
destroyed.
It's
All
okay.
it is just
It's
his head.
okay, bro.
We're good. We're
All
good.
it is just his head. That's it. So technically,
Okay.
Venom owes a debt to
Bruh.
have RoboKai rebuilt because all it is.
Why
is
do
just
you
his
know
head.
this? Why do you know this stuff?
I watched the video that was like maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
I would have never cared about that video at all.
Quick shout out. Appreciate people in the Discord. They've been participating in some of the community events that we've been doing lately. So that's been really cool. We've been hosting some tournaments. We've got a pretty good turnout. By the way, we got another one coming up. Melty Blood Type Lumina. Tell your friends. Playing on April 22nd, 2023, 7 p.m. Central Time. Come play. Winner gets a virtual cookie.
I have
As
a
they,
friend that I could send out your way.
Yeah, I put the link in your Discord. Just tell them, hey, it's right there. We are on Challenge. We've hosted Street Fighter V. That was a debacle. Guilty Gear Exerd was a success. I would say a slamming success. We had, I believe, 9 participants. The rollback seemed to hold up. The spectating was great. The turnout was like, yeah, with 9 people, everybody on stream, it was like 2.5 hours to run. It was perfect. Like, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to go watch the UFC fights. On the main event, people on Discord streaming UFC. I was like, slick. I'm done with
Nice.
Guilty Gear. I can watch some UFC. I watched a couple of fights. And our champion, as well as our birthday boy, the belated birthday boy, is right here.
Dude.
Look at
Pringle.
it. Look at
I gotta
Pringle.
give you some props. And then you can go on if you want to give your champion speech. But I was telling Zio, because Zio and I were on the commentary booth while the Guilty Gear Exo tournament was going on. And you said to start, you were like, oh, I'm taking everybody's lunch money and Exo. And Zio was like, he's like, no, we cannot let Pringle to win. And he thought that you were gonna choke. And I'll tell you, after that first game, you played the first game and you dropped that first game.
Whoa, I forgot. I haven't used stick in like a year, dude.
Mhm.
So everything I was like, but I was warming up prior to. Oh, I think it's safe to say, and I never really wanted to admit it, but I'm well, in general, I'm not the fastest dude. I'm a slow guy with a lot of things, but it's definitely safe to say I need an extensive amount of warming up before I play fighting. Like I need like at least a couple of hours, man.
My man needs some hand warmies.
Yeah, I do. I need my hand warmies, my handy warmies.
That's a smash term for. That's a smash term for.
So you said that tournament was going to be free, and initially it didn't look so free, but then afterwards it was pretty free. Like we tried to put up a fight. I mean, first of all, I went 0-2, so I didn't put up any fight. But like,
Damn.
it was we had a couple of players that did pretty good, and
Now I
shout
try
out
to
to my
win.
Persona buddy. Yeah, you should have been there. You done goofed.
I was
Done
in my
goofed.
family's. It literally was
Forget
Easter.
your good Sunday, man. We're
Mom,
playing
Guilty
Exer.
Gear Rev 2 is on.
Hell.
Did you see why I don't have a beard? My parents literally said you gotta shave for Easter.
Bruh.
I had to go to church.
Hell no.
I was a
Not
wholesome
shaving.
boy.
Yeah, right. Hey.
Tripping.
Tripping, bro.
Bro, they made me have to shave my whole beard for church, dog.
Bruh.
This is why I don't go to church.
Oh man.
We had fun though. Hopefully you can join us on the next one. We had fun. Congrats, Pringle. That was your birthday present, the virtual cookie plus the win, the dub.
All right, so how are you gonna
Oh,
give him
man.
a real cookie
It's good.
now? Because I feel like
Dude.
Melty Blood type Lumina, you got to give him a real cookie.
Oh man. I'll try to practice for that, but dude, just to go back to Rev 2, it's funny, man. Like I had fun playing it. Like man, hey man, sure I'll play like a gorilla. May is hard, straight up. She is actually very difficult to play. A lot of people don't believe that because they're like, oh, she hits you once and then I take like 70% of your health. Yeah, that's true. Yes, indeed, that is true. But a lot of the things that May does require a lot of like setups. Like it's a lot of setups. Like, oh, when I knock him down, am I gonna go high, low? If it doesn't work, I lost all my pressure and I cannot pop his ass again. So I have to do weird stuff like jumping around, and literally May has no ground game. So like whiffing buttons is kind of part of her style.
Dude, I
really
play
annoying,
Eno.
actually.
You're preaching to the choir. Am I?
What? You're telling me the one-shot character does one-shot damage? Insane. Couldn't be me. Have you seen that? Have you guys seen that video of May versus Zato 1? Where like,
oh man,
it just came out I think like 2 days ago. Where like round start. There's so many comments about it. It's like, this is why Risk should not be in Strive. Basically,
oh, dude, yeah, man.
basically
yeah,
like you get Zato gets hit by like a few things, is blocking it, and then all of a sudden Zato 1 like does 6P, which is his move where he does this, and then like a shadow that like tries to hit you, and like he gets counter hit by May's close slash.
Oh
and
man,
then you're just like,
oh,
oh,
die probably.
he did die.
Yeah,
like that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
That was all it
Yeah,
took was one counter hit, and then all of a sudden to the wall splat, wall splat. Hey,
Yeah.
let me show you, Mr. Kawagawa. Dead.
Yeah,
that was something nice during the Exo tournament. It was nice that we could go to the corners and not have any glass breaking. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Yeah,
surprised
that
there
game
was
is
no
fun, man.
Johnny player. Because, like, have you guys seen what Johnny does at level 3 when he wall splats
Yeah,
you?
Rev 2, Johnny is a threat. I mean, he's the best character in the game, man. And like playing Rev 2 again is like, it's kind of reminds me of why I don't like it. It's like it just has a lot of very annoying nuances that I can never really enjoy and get behind. Like so many things just, oh, he falls out of that combo because you didn't add an extra P in there, extra 5P or jump P.
The character
Some
weight.
stupid ass.
with
Yeah,
that
character
game,
weights. Oh, there's a lot of really annoying nuanced things in that game. That it's
By
like,
the way-
I remember why I don't like this game.
By the way, fun
But
fact.
it was fun.
I'm glad you had fun.
Johnny
Yeah.
in Rev 2, even though he's the best character in the game, has been nerfed twice. And he's still the best character in the
Yeah.
game. Y'all don't
They-
know this, but before Guilty Gear Rev 1, there was Guilty Gear Rev Arcade. Guilty Gear Rev Arcade will never come out on consoles. And the reason
Good.
Guilty Gear Rev Arcade will never come out on consoles was because Johnny was a monster in that game. I'm talking about, you think he was boss ass in Rev 2? Homie could literally just TOD you.
Man, he'll make a lot of people look free as hell, man. He's
Like, they literally
that's May's
nerfed
worst
him.
matchup.
Twice. And he's
Especially if
still
you,
the best character in the game.
Especially if you put him in good hands, like Omito for a
Yeah.
long time was really good. Last thing, reminder. So we're playing Melty Blood type Lumina on April 22nd, 2023, 7 p.m. Come
No
play the Discord
Satsuki yet.
link. No Satsuki yet.
So
Rest
sad
in
about
peace.
that.
But everything has been free. To their
That's
benefit,
great. That is
you know.
great, though.
everything
Yep.
has been free.
Yeah,
So maybe
no
Satsuki will
Satsuki-
come.
no
When Satsuki
Satsuki.
comes, you'll have to pay for it.
No Satsuki, not what's her name? Her name,
Eltonum.
yeah, it's like
I would play.
Shion
It would be
Eltnum.
cool.
Shion
It would be
Eltnum.
cool if the other what's the main character's name again?
Tonoshiki?
Zion.
The other
Nanaya Shiki?
the other Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
can
the
literally
other.
play Nanaya Shiki.
No,
in
no,
the
no,
game.
not Nanaya, but there's the Ryoga Shiki. I think
Oh,
that's her
Ryoga
name.
Shiki? Well,
Yeah, that'd
so
be cool if she drops.
well, here's the thing. We're waiting on the story to hit the point where they come in. Cuz
Yeah.
they literally just hinted that the next character is going to be Len.
Okay.
That's whack as hell. Well, I don't have time for this. But anyway,
Yeah.
playing
keep
Melty Blood.
Y'all don't like Len? Y'all don't like
don't play-
Catgirl who
Hell
walks?
no, dog. But I
Nah,
don't have time
I'm
to
good.
rant about this.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah, go
I don't
ahead,
like
yeah.
girl who doesn't talk and has a cat as a
April-
walking animation.
April 22nd, 2023. Come play Melty Blood with us. Please, we need players, actually. So I am kind of begging you. The Discord link is in the video version of every podcast. So go to YouTube/Ride to Orbis, join our Discord, join the tournament. I'll come to your house. I'm from St. Louis.
What's that one
and yeah,
video
let's-
from Bernie Sanders where he's like, I am once again.
Yeah. I am asking you, please, join my Melty tournament. Fellas, let's take a break. I'm out of water, and we got a lot of fighting game stuff to rant about, so we'll need to catch our break. So we'll be right back. Damn, I went through my whole water.
I haven't.
Not me yet.
Oh, so this flavor is called strawberry kiwi. It's actually really good.
Is that like one of those powders that hydrate you?
Because here's the thing, I had like two of the I got like so when I got the cup, it came with like a flavor pack, right?
Yeah.
The first one, I was like, ugh, it's not good. I think it was like strawberry something, and the second one was a pina colada. I was like, what the fuck? How do you fuck up a pina colada?
Yeah, man. Sometimes that flavor really can be hit or miss.
The
But when
pina
it
colada
hits,
one?
man, it hits.
Yeah, when pina
hits
colada
hard, bro.
hits, it hits. But when
It
it
hits
misses,
freaking
you're
hard,
like,
dude.
fuck this.
Yeah, man.
And that was one of those, fuck this. This pina colada sucks ass. But this one, the strawberry kiwi, I was like, hey, yo, this one's pretty good. Strawberry kiwi
It's like
for
a
the win.
Capri Sun flavor, man. That's like a child's flavor. Strawberry kiwi.
You want to see something real bust ass? Look, I need new headphones.
Bro, you want to see some real bus ass? Hold up. The reason why I wear these headphones is because...
Oh, man. This man broke it. He always got to go behind or something.
I know. He's always got to fetch stuff. This dude went in his closet.
Oh, man.
This is an FGC Hollywood classic headphones right here. These bad boys. But
Oh, yeah.
guess
I swear
what? These
Yeah,
are
y'all got some
held
beat up
by
looking.
tape.
God damn.
It's
Like
held
someone
out
punched
by
someone's ear off.
tape. You see that?
Damn.
You know what cauliflower ear look like? It reminds me of that.
Yo, I need some new headphones, man. This thing is...
Oh, man.
This is FGC Hollywood classic, baby. Okay?
Yeah, mine are falling apart. I wish they weren't like... Actually, I probably could just buy the one part for it. I probably don't need to like...
You probably can, man.
You probably
It's
could,
probably still on
honestly.
eBay or something like that.
Yeah.
Amazon.
I'll have
If
to
you
look
like
up.
them that much, though, but if
I do,
it's
they're
time to
good.
get a new one, yeah, I would just replace the part then. Save
Just the
yourself money.
pads. I need new pads. Damn, I didn't think it would take us an hour to get through the first section.
Shouldn't have mentioned Dragon Ball. My bad.
Bruh. You can't get me going on this stuff.
Oh man. Oh man.
Dragon Ball's the GOAT. What can we say?
It is.
You guys hear that Yamcha actually has a girlfriend now? I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's in a non-canon story, but still, my man's
That doesn't matter then, man. If it's not canon.
Oh, yeah.
my man finally got a dub. We're all happy for my man. And you know what? I
Remember
feel
when,
like I was gonna say I feel
Right.
like this is such a monumental thing. Like everyone's is like super excited about it and super happy that like I feel like they're gonna do a thing where it's like, oh yeah, she's actually in the canon story now, and because like.
Dude, Yamcha's highlight is dying in that grave.
Drawing in that ditch right there.
Yeah. You know what's sad is that like every anime,
Dude.
every type of media references his death in the Frieza saga. I mean, not in the in the Frieza saga because of that. Because like literally that death scene is so like memorable that everybody has that as a thing now.
He's died multiple times, too. Remember when... I I don't know if he died there, but I know
Yeah,
maybe
he
got
has that
revived.
a
I
lot
don't
of
remember.
times actually.
Remember when
He keeps
Dr.
training.
Gero, aka Android 20, like, stabbed him through the heart?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, to be fair, they literally just made a reference to the Yamcha death pose in Bochi the Rock. So like his
I've
death
seen it
pose,
in it.
his
It's in
death pose-
everything. It's
yeah,
like,
his
Yeah.
death pose is in everything. Like literally, the moment you see someone in a crater laying down like this,
dude,
you
he
know it's
lost to a
Yamcha.
Cyberman. He lost to a
Yeah, that's the most. While meanwhile, Piccolo grabbed that motherfucker. Oh, blasted him smoke.
Piccolo's a
Yo.
gangster in comparison.
You know, it's funny. So have you
Young ass
seen
Piccolo?
the alien girl that like likes Yamcha?
Nah,
I don't
The-
follow Dragon Ball anymore, man.
Yeah,
alien
man, it ain't
girl-
the same no more, brother.
Yeah, so
I'm fucking 30.
the alien girl that likes Yamcha is like a blue skinned chick, and she's so powerful that she's like comparable to the Saiyans, and she picks up my boy Yamcha and is like, I like you, we're gonna be a thing, and I was like, you know what? That's how you fail upwards, folks.
Is Yamcha still hanging out with that cat? The floating cat?
I feel
On
like
King Kai's planet, is that it? Is that the cat?
No,
Yeah.
not King Sky. He had him before.
Oh.
He had him during Dragon Ball.
you're talking about the
yeah.
cat that hangs out with the dude with the samurai
I was
sword.
gonna say Poncho or something like that.
Yeah,
I remember
Poncho,
the cat
yeah.
you talking about. That ain't the name, man. I'm just saying.
It starts with a P. It starts with a P. I know that.
Yeah, Puar. Yeah,
Oh yeah, maybe that Puar.
Puar. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe I remember it. Holy crap.
Childhood, man.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Yeah, Puar. Yep.
I don't know, but like, I'm just happy my boy Yamcha has a win. Okay, it's been so many
Remember-
years. It's been so
Man,
many
we
years.
keep talking
got
about
that.
DBZ, man. We gotta keep going.
I know.
We're gonna be here forever about it.
Remember when Krillin got that like dumb bimbo girlfriend for like 2 episodes?
Yo,
Oh,
I
he had some
remember
big old
that.
cans, man. I
Yeah.
remember.
He's always in a bathing suit.
Yeah, man. I remember.
Yeah, you guys remember Launch? Toriyama doesn't.
Yeah, no, I
forgot
was
her.
hoping someone would mention Launch.
She's still at the bar, just drunk.
Yeah. I miss Launch. Ranma spinoff.
We're back. Pringle's very good about keeping us on track because we start talking about Dragon Ball, man. We don't stop. We just keep going. We gotta be careful. The tangents. I'm bad with Dragon Ball. I don't know. There's something about Dragon Ball.
It's magical,
know,
man. My childhood
yeah.
too.
It's kind of like when Broken starts talking about Guilty Gear or Final Fantasy 14. That's Dragon Ball for me. And I don't even like keep up with the series anymore. It's just the old
Me
stuff
either.
I really like.
That's all you really need, though. Like, cause Super, I don't really care about Super either. But
Have you
like,
seen the
it finished
Hispanic-
after like the Cell Saga for me, probably.
Have you seen the Hispanic culture around Dragon Ball? Like,
Fuck.
they close down cities to like
They go
literally.
hard.
Yeah, they go hard in the paint. Like, I wish I was.
Yeah.
Every time a new episode of Dragon Ball comes out, I'm like, I wish I was in Mexico for this because I gotta see what,
know what?
they do.
You know what anime has really good Hispanic culture infused into it is Bleach.
Yo,
Bleach
you're
has-
Oh, yeah.
right.
They just got Chad and that's it. Chad is like, hey,
No, but all the
Chado,
music
Yeah,
is
that's-
like,
Hueco Mundo, all that crap. Yeah, man.
yep. Espada.
Yeah,
Bro,
the Espada.
Bleach
yeah.
goes hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not get started. We're talking about fighting games here, gentlemen, and fighting games that are coming up.
To
In
be fair,
2023.
technically shonen anime is fighting games.
Hell no. That's like saying Call of Duty is fighting, technically.
It's not. What do you mean?
It is. You're fighting, technically.
You're shooting
Are you not?
somebody.
My knife fighting skills.
Yeah.
My knife fighting skills. Watch me throw this knife and into kill, but like the knife lands on my man's toe.
We're talking about traditional fighting games. Well, are they traditional? I don't know. For us boomers, we're going to have to embrace change. You remember the tagline for Samurai Shodown? Embrace death. That's going to have to be
Oh,
for
man.
us. Embrace change.
Embrace
Fighting
change,
games
you
2023. I got a few fighting games here, and we're just going to talk about them. Pringle, I know you wanted to talk about a little bit about Tekken 8 because we really haven't, at least not on air. We've talked about it privately, in the Discord or the group chat. And yeah, let's just take a little forecast of what's going on. We're a few months away from some new fighting games coming up, and obviously those are our roots. FGC Hollywood. Shout outs to all of our FGC Hollywood fans back in the day. And yeah, we like our fighting games. Maybe not as much anymore, but we still like them. So Tekken 8, I put a little Google Doc here of what we know. And yeah, we can talk about it. So Tekken 8, no release date or window, which I personally think is a good thing.
I think it's
Because
the
I
end
think-
of 2023, early 2024.
Did they say that, or are you just
I'm
insinuating?
guessing. I'm insinuating.
You're guessing. I hope you're wrong. I hope it's later. I don't want this game anytime soon. I want them to bake it. I want this thing to be in the oven for a while, if I could help it. Despite Tekken 7 feeling really old, I still think Tekken 8 should be.
That game's like a 12, 13-year-old game.
It's not that old, but it's
The
old.
arcade, but it is old, yeah.
That game was around for a while. Like I swear to God, that game is getting close to the point where it can vote.
Arcade version 1.0 or
Bruh.
1.0 Tekken 7 arcade was December of 2014. So
Like I said, that game is getting to the point where it can vote.
yeah, it's pretty old. So no release date for Tekken 8 or window, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. They didn't say anything about crossplay, but
They did.
maybe. They said crossplay?
They said crossplay, rollback.
I saw a
Everything.
thumbnail with that, yeah.
They literally
okay. I didn't
already
see that.
talked about that. Harada went on a tangent on Twitter.
See, I don't have Twitter anymore. That's the beautiful thing about not having
Well,
Twitter. I don't see
I
any
didn't know
of that
about
shit.
it either. I just saw a thumbnail that said,
Rufo
and the
Monger has
thumbnail
a
pretty
video.
much, you know how YouTube thumbnails are. It says, rollback, crossplay, confirmed, Tekken 8. I was like, oh, I didn't click it or anything. I just saw it in passing.
Yeah, you can just watch.
I went to their
Rufo Monger.
website. I didn't see any info on that. So, but if Harada said it, Harada said it.
You can you could literally go look up Rufo Monger. And
Oh,
he'll-
Hell no. You think I'm gonna watch a
I'm
Rufo
good.
Monger video? What are you?
I'll see the thumbnail and be like, all right, that's enough
Yeah.
information.
Damn, I forgot that guy exists until you just reminded me.
Why you ruined my day, bro?
Damn, really? That's how
Just-
much you guys hate Rufo? Dang.
Nah, I don't know.
I don't hate
Just
him.
one-
I just don't like their content. I don't like a
Yeah.
lot of FGC content, though.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I mean, that's why we're not FGC Hollywood anymore, man. We're
Yeah.
RTO. We talk about whatever we want. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. So
Bro,
12
I-
characters are shown.
I dream
Kazuya?
about freaking. I dream about fighting games, dude. Like every
Bro,
night.
you have a problem. We need to get you.
We're good at an invention on broken, man.
Give me some help, dog.
Bro, I need to like take you out to some, I don't know, like a batting cage or bowling. I don't know. Like, you gotta do something else. Here.
We'll
We
go
can't be-
play some mini golf, man.
You can't
Yeah.
be playing fighting games all the day.
We need to find a different interest for you because you do really like fighting games. Well, you got to find something else. Like, do you like stamps?
You get into coins, collect some coins.
I could never. I remember I was super into rock collecting, and I looked at rocks now, and I was like, bro, how the hell did I think rock
What
collecting?
about
was cool?
cycling? You like cycling? Bikes?
Kinda, but like I'm so out of fitness that I like. If I get on a bike now, I'll probably choke trying to even get to my school.
You
And
get
my
better.
school's
That's how you
like right
develop.
there.
That's the beauty
We'll
of
find
exercise,
something.
though.
Drawing. We'll find something.
I can't draw. I can't draw.
We'll find you something, man. Oh.
Okay, so we got 12 characters in Tekken 8. Kazuya, Jin, Paul, Jack 8, King, Xiaoyu, Asuka, Jun, Leroy, Law, Nina, and Lars. We have way more characters than that, but those are the ones we've seen.
They've also
there's
confirmed there's going to be more on the base roster than Capcom's game. They didn't explain how many is in the base roster, but they said this.
Did they
What does
say
that have to
that?
do anything with it?
Yeah, but they
Why
said
is
they-
Capcom catching strays?
Harada literally
They
said.
just sucker punched him for no reason, man.
Harada literally said in the Twitter feed, like Bonanza that he was on, he was like, Tekken 8 will have bigger base roster than Capcom's on. And I was like, okay.
Bruh. That means nothing, though,
Well, get the
because your game
Capcom.
won't even release.
Yeah, I think Capcom has 16, so
Man, they never have that many characters, not till the end.
18.
they're different kinds of games. 18, is it
Yeah.
18? Yeah, I wrote it down here, but we'll get to Street Fighter 6 here in a bit. But so far we have 12. I believe for reference, Tekken 7 came out with 37 on the initial roster, so We'll see.
I would have batted an eye if 24 characters were the base roster.
for 8, I would expect more.
Yeah. No,
Second
that
big.
game is giant, man. There's always like a lot of. I feel like it must not be as hard to make the characters as opposed to it is in like 2D games because sometimes so many
No.
characters have maybe like similar things, but Tekken always just has a lot of characters when they make a game.
Well, yeah, but also they're starting from scratch. They're like all these characters are like brand new characters. They don't have even a basis to start with. So like
I don't know, man. They still have the
they've been
same
working on
moves.
this thing forever. I mean, this ain't the first year of development for this game. It's been in the works.
True.
Mm.
I don't know.
There should be more. I think there'll be more. Anyway, for now we know of 12. We know of the user interface. And for the people listening on audio platforms, what I'll do is when I edit this thing, I'll put some B-roll on the video version. So if you want to go over to YouTube and see what I'm talking about as I am talking about the presentation of this game, you can. Or you can just Google what Tekken 8 looks like. But we've seen the B-roll. And we have some other things we can talk about here. But before we get to that, any comments on what I've talked about so far?
I didn't know Nina dropped. Or maybe I saw that. What was she wearing? Was she wearing her?
She's wearing
She's
an
got
assassin.
heels on.
Oh, okay.
She actually uses guns now, which is weird because I'm like, wow, every intro Nina has, she points a gun at you.
Yeah, she's a Mortal Kombat character now.
To be fair, every character that has a weapon uses the weapon now. In 8. I'm kind of happy about that. Jack 8 uses his fucking big-ass hyper beam cannon.
He's gonna not use any of that when you play him, though. He's gonna press, what is it, down one?
No, they showed a...
He's gonna press forward 4-1, jackhammer.
He's gonna press 3 buttons, and he's gonna be boring as hell when you watch him.
That's all he's gonna do.
They literally showed footage. They literally showed footage of him where he does his rage, his.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
but
and like
the
when
reality
he does,
is that he's not gonna do any of that cool stuff. He's gonna be a very boring to look at character, man.
Well,
he might do debug every now and again, but outside of that,
that's
his
man.
heat ender. His heat ender is literally him summoning his gun from outer space to hit you to the ground.
Oh man, I love how Brogan is like hyped up for that, and then we know the reality.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
Especially
they'll do the
heat.
heat finisher.
Hell no, man. You're gonna be the same, man.
we just shut Broken's dreams down. Hell no.
All I want to do is
Don't
I
be
want to
the
learn
same.
Lars. I want to learn Lars. Okay, that boy
my
literally
God,
became the
you
most anime character in the game.
He's always been anime.
Lars.
That's the thing with Lars. Lars has always been anime as hell, and like he's such a cornball character to me. I never liked him. I was like, dude, this guy, all he does
lame, man.
is forward 4. I'm like, man, it's whatever. Anyway,
He's so anime. He has his own theme song in Tekken 7.
Pringle, you said you didn't like the UI. What don't you like about it?
Oh man, I don't remember. I think I just don't like how bright it is. I actually don't like the graphics because it looks a little too much. It's very hard to distinguish. But I had a friend that said it, and it was pretty true. It was like it looked kind of pasty. That was a good way to put it. It looked a little pasty.
It's probably
and I kind of like how more cleaner the 7. Nah.
Yeah.
The character models look kind of pasty, man. Like the colors kind of just merge into everything in a way. Like if you look at the background, it's almost like nothing is distinct from one another. The colors just kind of merge and kind of just mush into everything in a way. Like it's like not just a shade of brown, it's just a shade of darker brown, and then it somehow manages to be a shade of black. And it just kind of like it's kind of like mush in. Like if you look at the Jack 7 picture, if you look at it from a distance, it's very hard to tell the detail on him because of how mushed in all the colors are. Same thing with Kazuya right there.
I will say this. That is a true statement, but from the Maximilian video, he says don't even look at the art because when you play the game,
I'm not gonna listen to his ass, man.
the game looks like 10 times different.
I'm not trying to roast you, Broken, but in the span of 10 minutes, you brought up Rooflemonger and Maximilian. You are a normie.
Well, you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about Lord Knight next?
Oh man, at least he plays fighting games.
That's true.
Okay, sure. I'll talk about Kizzy K next.
Oh, I'm good.
Anyway, I get what you're saying. The one thing I don't like about the UI is I feel you is there's a lot of shit going on. Like whenever you take damage, and there's like the waves on the life bars, and it's just constantly lively, and it's always going like, I wish it was a little smoother. Maybe just just chill.
More calm, man. Yeah, man. Everything got to blow up on my face. It's like I get it, man.
But I don't know. That's why I'm kind of hoping that they get some feedback, and then maybe a year from now they'll be like, all right, this is what we did. But I kind of want them to go away and then come back. I don't want the KOF treatment with 15 of like every week I
Every
get
week?
like drip feed. I don't want that. Like I just want go away, come back. Kind of like Project L. I want that treatment. Like, hey, this is what we're
Yeah.
doing. See you in 6 months.
Apparently the Riot Company is all playing Guilty Gear Strive every Wednesday now.
Christ.
Mm.
So
That's
yeah,
a bad
they're,
omen.
they're really playing. They're really
Yeah,
playing
because they're gonna
fun.
be like, I think I like that from the game. I'm like, these motherfuckers gonna put bang, bang, number, 18, 25. It's gonna get bigger and bigger.
I'm about to get wall breaks.
We already have no inputs. So like, come on now.
Yeah, that shit looking hella BB tag. I don't think we ever talked about that game, but it is looking like the BB tags.
I would say it's not even BB tag. It's more like what's that fighting game called? Battle for the Grid. Because Battle for the Grid also doesn't have inputs.
But I'd say Battle for the Grid has more going for it than BB Tag.
Like BB tag, at least you have inputs. Maybe they're not like advanced inputs like most fighting games, but at least you have inputs. Like Battle for the Grid is just press button plus direction
Command
equals
normals,
command. Yeah, so
Not
like
a fan of any of that, to be honest. You know.
All right, let's talk about the rage system in Tekken 8. So I got this off of the website. Says when a character health drops to a certain level, it automatically enters "quote unquote" rage state, and its attack power increases. So basically the same way rage works in 7, except for I think I didn't get a very good understanding of it. Is it timed now?
no.
Is rage timed?
I think it is time. It looks like the rage state seems like it's based off the bar, and what it looked like is that they can just
Y'all are looking at heat.
pop at any point. Or okay, right, never mind then. I guess those are two separate. Oh, well, that's something I don't like already.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So, anyway, that's you get rage art available during rage state. So same thing like 7. That's nothing new. Let's talk about a little bit chip damage and recoverable health, which is quite the change because we always had chip damage in Tekken, but it wasn't as pronounced as it is in this game. So part of the damage taken by blocking certain heavy moves or by aerial combos, which is just launch combos, remains as recoverable gauge. So you'll take damage and then you'll take also some gray health. Gray health is recovered when a character either lands hits or forces guard on the other character. So basically, once your offense gets initiated, you kind of see your health start to come back within that gray area.
Also, you take chip damage when your opponent is in heat, and anything they do does chip damage as well. And also, Jun has a special like design where like certain attacks she does will drain her health, and then when you do finishers, it gives her back that health.
Oh, she's like a vampire girl from Killer Instinct.
She's so basically people are saying it's Dark Jun abilities where basically like you'd sacrifice your health to do like a combo and then like once you finish the combo you get your health back.
Dark June? Who's that? Oh, Unknown?
Yeah, unknown.
I never really played her, so I don't know how she works, but yeah, maybe. Pringle, thoughts on chip damage, recoverable health?
Terrible ideas. Don't like them. Keep their asses in Street Fighter over there. I don't. Why? That takes away all the fun turtling. I like turtling in Tekken, man. It's cool, man.
Yeah, it's very much a 2D type of implementation, which I'm not a fan of. But whatever. I'm not gonna win here. I already know I'm not gonna win with Tekken 8. Like this is
Nah,
the game.
Yeah.
The game's aggressive now. Congrats.
Great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Everything's aggressive.
Just
Life's
what I
aggressive.
wanted. More aggression in my life.
I know.
Hey man, it's fun to watch. Okay.
It's really not.
Not fun to play.
Fair enough.
Actually, it's not that fun to watch too, because after a while, it becomes what's the word that I'm looking? It becomes homogenized. You know how it's going to work out most of the time. It's like what happened with Street Fighter 5. Started becoming
what
so
happened with
like.
Strive. How many times can you see a wall break before you're like, all right, whatever? Like. I'm just saying. But I know I'm in the minority of this because like I'm a boomer and I have boomer thoughts, and this game is catering to the younger crowd. Yeah. All right, let's talk about heat. I think this is probably the most divisive part as far as if you're a boomer, heat is going to be a big thing here. So heat, the user enters a state of enhancement and awakening for a certain period of time heat mode is overwhelmingly beneficial to the attacker based on the concept of quote unquote being aggressive. Great. We love that.
Wait, so that's it gives him more heat. Wait,
Here's how it works.
Oh man, come on, man! I don't want none of this crap.
Hold on,
man.
hold
This
on,
game
hold
on.
on.
This
hold on.
game is gonna be poo-poo, man.
Could,
they
could you
ruined
let
it,
the
man.
game? Can you let the heat system explain itself before you like lose your
yeah,
mind?
Go ahead.
He
Go
read the
ahead.
third line a little
Holy
too soon. He put himself in a
shiz.
bad mood. All right.
Holy shit,
So-
my man is like super upsetty. Spaghetti.
I feel him. I feel him. I'm also on Team Boomer here. So heat can be activated once per round for 10 seconds. Heat timer stops while an opponent is hit or downstate, which is it's kind of whack. If
When they're
you-
knocked down,
Mhm.
they
yeah, it should
and
should keep going.
No,
What?
so how it works?
no
Basically,
way
if you're
because you can
launching
play
someone
so
during
layman when
heat-
you're on the ground in Tekken. You can literally just stay on the ground.
So here's how
I
it.
don't think. I think it puts you up.
No, no, no.
during
Here-
heat.
let me explain it a little bit easier. If you're being aggressive, the timer slows down. It just doesn't move. So the way you keep heat is you just keep attacking. Now, if you don't
that
do
shit is
anything,
horrible.
now if you don't do anything, you lose heat fast. Like like I've seen footage of them
Bro.
activating heat, and then it's gone. Like if they don't do anything or they block.
So you know what this kind of reminds me of? Guilty Gear Rev 2 with negative penalty and how you play lame. It starts legit penalizing you for playing lame. And
Yep.
Tekken is about playing lame. It really is. Like that's what makes Tekken really fun.
So yeah, like if you're not aggressive, if you activate heat and then you just do nothing, you lose your heat buff. But if you if you go in and you're like, hey, I'm gonna keep attacking you, it'll slow the timer to the point where it's like, okay, I have this move, I have this heat, I can do whatever I want with heat.
Let's talk about how you can enter heat, because this will be a rebuttal to like why I don't think this is a good idea, because why would you enter heat outside of using an engager? That's the whole point of playing Tekken.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it. So you can enter heat at any time, either via heat burst, which gives you 1 bar of heat, which you can enter it. Like you can just do your stance and now you're in heat.
Mm-hmm.
Or by using certain moves called heat engagers, which gives you 2 bars of heat.
And
then
heat engagers are also iconic moves in the game.
Yeah,
You get 5
it's
heat
me-
engagers.
So this is why I think this is going to be a bit of a problem, because let's say you're fighting a Mishima, and when you're fighting a Mishima, the threat of getting hell swept is always there, right? So how do you counter? I'm getting a little bit in the weeds here, but I'll try to make this quick. How do you counter a Mishima? You sidestep left. You sidewalk left, really, but like you try to keep going to his left, and then he has to make the adjustment. I got to track him. So let's take Kazuya, for example. Kazuya is one of his best trackers, and his faster trackers are back 4. So if he thinks I'm stepping left because I don't want to get hit, knocked down by the hell sweep, and then put in another 50-50, I'm going left. So he hits back 4. He tracks me. Now he knocks me down. Now back 4 is a heat engager. So me trying to play defense, getting away from the hell sweep threat, is giving him a clue to what I'm doing. So he's just gonna track me with back 4 and enter heat with a heat engager with 2 bars.
Well,
Dude.
it's not like common.
love
It's not
broken
common
devil's
normals.
advocate.
It's
I know.
common. It's common like specials. Like back 4 is a normal. So
I watched the video. Kazuya has back 4 as a heat engager, and he sprints out of it.
Oh my god, dude.
Broken. I'm telling you.
Bro.
Fine.
I saw that and I saw
hurts
all
me.
that.
I'm hurt.
All right, look, I'm sorry. Harada said it himself. He was like, it's 5 iconic specials that a character has. So if you have no idea how to play the character, you can look up the heat engagers, and these are the moves that you should probably be using. He literally said that. He was like, we're making Tekken 8 easier so that way, instead of having to look at the 72 list moves that a character has, you can be like, what moves should I use? Oh, these 5 heat engagers? Because those are the 5 iconic moves that everyone uses? Okay, there we go.
Terrible.
Peanut brains.
Terrible idea. I don't know what the hell you tell somebody. It's like, you don't like Tekken no more? Is that what I'm getting at? You want to make it easier for everybody? Man.
Well, I guess
If
it's
anything,
This
I think
thing
it's
about like pressing, I saw it, man. I was like, these motherfuckers literally rush in, they bulldog their way into the opponent. I was like, dude, that's not like that is, dude, that literally makes people panic. If somebody just there's a bright light just
it keeps you
bulldogs his way
standing
in.
too. And then like now you're faced with basically a 50-50, like
Oh my
going high
god,
low.
dude, Rage Drive was the same way, man. As soon as I got it, oh, I'm popping that motherfucking. I'm gonna get my plus frames. You're gonna have to
Yep.
guess, but
well,
it's not.
speaking of
fun.
Rage Drive is gone because of heat. So like you got heat.
Fucking
instead
bring
of
it
Rage
back
Drive.
and get rid of this shit. Man, I don't want
Yo,
this.
for real, man. This is
This is
way
worse.
worse though, dude. Yo, when I saw that heat thing, I was like, whoa, what's that? Because at first I was like, I don't know, man. You know, I was telling Mac, I was like, I don't see anything wrong with the game yet. And then they pulled out that heat stuff, and I was like, oh, this game's garbage. Garbage. Let this game die in a pit of fire. I don't want to play it, man. Because that, dude, they made it a meter thing, and then it's like you could just pop it. Like, and then it's like it forces this aggressive turn. It forces the game to be so much more aggressive when Tekken is a game that's so fun because you can play very movement based and you can use the movement as your form of creativity. But now it's like, man, you gotta just bum rush your ass into the shop, man.
I'll say
It's gonna
this.
close and I got 5 minutes left.
I'll say this. Every Tekken Pro likes Tekken 8 when they played it. I mean, even freaking what's his name? Homie in the with the beard that always uses a green camera. Eris. He was like, bro, Tekken 8 is fun. I can't stop playing
That's
Tekken
like the
8.
first feeling of something new, though. That's how that always happens. Like it literally is because they've been playing the same dirty ass game for like 7, 8 years, man. Of course they want something new, so then they're gonna have it, and then they're gonna realize all these little things with it, and they're gonna be like, you know what, I don't really like this that much because it happens with aggressive games. They do all of the sparks, all of the. I mean, it was the same with Strive. All these people like Strive. I still don't like that game, man.
I like Strive.
I know you do.
I'll give you a better one. I mean, you guys were probably around, but do you remember 2017 when MVCI came out?
Oh,
L.I. Joe
man, that's a
and
perfect
Justin
one.
Wong.
Oh my
L.I.
God.
Joe and
These
Justin Wong were
motherfuckers
like,
selling us eggs.
this is great. It's like, the gameplay's so good. How long did they play MVCI for? A week.
Bro,
Oh,
I'm gonna
that
tell you.
game
I'm gonna tell
died in
y'all.
a pit of fire.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. Every now and then, you know that Twitter meme where it's like, "Tell me your most controversial hot take," and it's always the coldest takes ever. Every time that thing comes out, it's always MVCI is a cool game. Just nobody liked it because the art looks ass.
No, it's because people just shilled the shit out of it, and it was an incomplete game. And then by the time it got good, it was too late. Like, nobody gives a shit. It kind of has
man.
the problem
Also,
with.
I saw a funny thing. Someone said Combo Fiend was right.
Yeah,
was
right.
Yeah.
Combo Fiend was right though. I told it. Didn't I say that joke though?
Yeah.
The functions and functions.
Dude,
thing
he's a
long time ago.
sacrificial lamb to Capcom, going out there saying, "Don't forget, don't remember, or they're all functions, and don't worry about the X-Men and all that." Man, poor Combo Fiend.
They cooked his ass, man.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, let's finish the heat stuff. Tekken 8. By the way, I'm not saying I'm not like interested in the game. I just have my initial impression of Tekken 8 is not nearly as good as it was with Tekken 7. I'll probably still play the game and I'll try it, but like I am a little wary. My boomer self cannot help it. Anyway, heat mode. So you get 1 heat bar if you just burst. You get 2 if you use a heat engager. And so once you're in heat mode, characters can use Heat Smash, which is a powerful attack that consumes the entire gauge of heat, which is broken. I'm assuming that's the thing you saw with Jack 8 with the laser thing.
Not the laser thing. It's basically his heat attack is he slams the ground and then the gun slams you. Like it comes from literally outer space and just bam.
Yeah. So it's basically just a powerful attack that you have access to while in heat mode. Then you have Heat Dash, which is a run directed at the opponent with which can be done both manually during heat mode or automatically after a successful landing of a heat engager. This is why I think it's so scary getting hit by a heat engager in this game.
I've seen it, man. I was like, whoa, man.
You're left
Also,
standing too. You're left
an-
standing. 50-50, buddy.
There's
Yes.
also something you forgot to mention. Heat mode is character specific.
That makes it worse because then I have to learn about all that bull crap.
So, for example, when you activate heat mode with Paul Phoenix, he gains armor. when you activate heat mode with King, his run has armor. When you
He can chain command grabs too.
Yep, and he can chain command grabs. When you activate
Yeah, I
heat,
wanted
Rolling
that.
Death Cradle into Shining Wizard, buddy.
I wanted that.
when you activate heat mode with what's his name? Law, he's faster now.
Oh, he didn't need that at all. That motherfucker's so annoying, dude.
So like heat mode isn't a buff that just is a buff. It's also a like character specific buff. Like each character gets a certain attribute that changes how they play because they're in heat.
It's a little bit well, I think it's a lot crazier, but I would say that the grid system in Under Night is kind of cool in the fact that like whoever wins the grid gets different properties depending on which character you're playing. So you get different advantages depending on if you're Akatsuki, if you're Mika, if you're Waldstein or whatever. So that's kind of neat. But I think Heat is a lot crazier than just winning the grid, right?
Because they explained why you would heat burst. Because like let's say you're doing a combo and you don't start or end the combo with a heat engager and you whiff your attack and you're like, or you're fishing for, you're fishing for attacks and you're like, you whiff an attack and your opponent's like, oh wow, this is a stupidly long attack you whiffed with, let me go punish it. You could activate heat burst to kind of PRC yourself.
Right, you get one more cancel than Tekken.
Bruh.
Yeah,
man. Let's be honest too, though. Like, I'm not too surprised at the progression of Tekken. It's like with them wanting to do that because it's like every time they're gonna be like, we have to up the ante. We have to up the ante. We can't just be out here playing normal Tekken. Like, no, we got to put some crazy crap in it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. I'm not surprised they went that route. I just don't like systems like that where it's just. It's like, what are these? Like, these systems are so symptoms. These systems are so
might as well be
weird.
symptoms.
I know, right? It's freaking a disease that's widespread in video games nowadays.
Cross fighting.
Because I don't understand why it's like, oh, now like, oh, in this situation, the defender gets punished for defending. Like, why? Why do you get punished for being good at something? You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
then if you defend, you still take chip damage.
Yeah, and there's chip damage now in the game, so you can't even like, there's ways people are gonna find ways to chip you out when you're losing. I think like that reminds me of like how in Rev 2 there's negative penalty, and then there's what's that other crap that's like terrible?
That's in Strive
I forgot.
too. It's in Strive.
Danger Time?
Danger Time, not that one, but I hate that. That's a dumb mechanic.
I love Danger
it
Time,
was
unironically. I think Danger Time.
Nah,
is
it's
fun.
terrible in a tournament, man. You don't want that in a tournament, man. You're about to win it. This motherfucker pop.
In the tournament.
Yeah, man, I was stupid. I was like, that was stupid.
He lost the round.
I was like,
the only round he lost too.
I was like, this is why I don't like this game, man.
He just got Slayer punched like 6 times during Danger Time.
And I died, man. I freaking died right there.
Bro, Slayer and Danger Time are like 2 peas in a pod.
Right, and it was negative penalty, which I really didn't like, and then it was the risk gauge, which I really don't like. And that risk gauge punished you for being. What happened?
Another thing that's in Strive that everyone hates now.
Yeah, I know that.
Strive,
I know they kept
it
that,
is even worse.
Yeah, because there's things like you're blocking too much, and when the opponent gets to pop you, you take a lot more damage because the risk gauge just cranks the hell up. And depending on the opponent you were fighting, they would crank that thing up super fast. So it's like, why am I getting punished for being defensive? Yeah. When in reality, you have to put more defensive options in play to help the defensive play. There's got to be more good things. It can't just be all in or all out, man.
I will say this. They did change Strive's risk gauge just recently.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a little interesting now. So what it does is...
We don't have time for that. We don't have that broken. We have 2 more segments to go through. And we're already at 1:40, so we have to go. Let's close out Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Auto combos are back, but they're garbage. It's the same way they work in Tekken 7. So you can put them on. They suck. You're not really going to play with them, but it's something for beginners.
Actually, you might be playing with them because all you need to do in order to get into an auto combo is press a button, and you instantly go into.
You could do that in 7.
Well, no. What I mean is, easy control is literally just press one button and you go from like normal control to easy control, and then you press that button, you go back to normal control. So, like, for example, if you're in a tournament setting and you're one of those people that are like very easily like pressured, and you're like, I don't know if I can hit this combo, you can go, like, let's say you start a hit and you like, oh, I got the confirm, but I fear that if I have nerves that are like fried.
They added a tool assist.
Yeah, basically, if your nerves are
Damn,
fried,
baby.
then
Got you like,
basically
you wanna
you
just
can
hold
go
my
into
hand, bro. Just hold my hand.
you
Hold
can
my
go
hand,
into
please. Just
assist
hold my hand.
mode, and you can just activate assist mode, do the combo with a combo assist, and then go back
It's
into
probably
normal.
not optimal though, right?
It's not optimal,
Yeah,
but it's
probably
like
not.
it's one of those things where it's like if your nerves are literally fried and you fear that you may drop the combo, it's better to just do this not optimal combo than to like
Just get good. Get good. What happened to the days of get good, man?
Nah, man, I need somebody to hold my hand to the stage, and when I'm playing, I need him to hold my hand all the way, man.
I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna do the thing I did in Combo Breaker, which is every time I get on stage, I'm just gonna bring my grass mat and I'm just gonna lay it down on stage. And then if I beat
Touch your
somebody, I'm
grass.
gonna be like, "Hey, yo, I think you need to touch that real quick." As I walk out.
Oh man.
You know what I find fascinating is Broken's only like 2-3 years younger than us, but he has so much more Zoomer energy than we do. Like
Yeah.
he is so like non-boomer at all, while we're over here just whining
Take
about
that out of my
how it
game. I
used
don't
to
need
be.
that bull crap.
Back
Got a
in my
white
day.
beater on.
Oh man. Listen, I'm intrigued by Tekken, but I gotta be honest, I'm kind of scared in the direction that it's going. This is not what I was expecting with Tekken 8, but who knows?
I love
Maybe
how you
it'll
said
grow on
you're
me.
excited for Tekken 7. I was like, you're excited
I
for
said
12-year-old 8 game. You're excited
I
for
thought I heard
12-year-old
8,
game?
but
Damn,
I
man,
thought I
that's
said 8.
exciting.
I'll have to check the tapes, but if I said 7, that was probably a Freudian slip. So, oh well. Pringle, final comments on this before we move on to Street Fighter?
I mean, I'll get it if somebody want to give it to me, I'll play it, but I ain't gonna pay for that, man. They kind of let me down, man. And the only thing I hope is that it's much more snappier and responsive and less delay, because like that's one thing they don't mention. Because like that was like one thing I kind of really don't like about Tekken 7. The movement just feels kind of. I mean, there's more games that's even more sluggish, but it'd be great if it was really snappy and fast.
I will say this. I've been noticing a lot of fighting game corporations have been saying that they're talking with Sony to make it so that all fighting consoles have the same delay input.
Mm.
Because as you know, if you make a fighting game on what is it? Epic Unreal Engine on PlayStation adds like 8 frames delay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're working, like, I've noticed a lot of fighting game companies, Riot even said it themselves, we're working with PlayStation to remove the 8 frames of delay. So,
Yeah.
like, I think Strive said they're working on doing that too. NRS said they were working on it. What was it? Street Fighter said at some point, yeah, we understand that that's a thing, so they're working on it too.
Capcom's they gotta prove it to us first. They got a bad history of
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, well.
speaking of fighting
Yeah.
games,
There we go. Perfect segue, Broken. Street Fighter 6.
Mhm.
yeah.
Same thing. So we actually know more about this game, obviously, than Tekken 8. So June 2nd, 2023, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, NS, and Steam. This one does have crossplay, right? Does it?
Yes.
Broken?
Yes, it has crossplay. I was playing with
Okay.
PlayStation players all the time.
So yeah, crossplay on all those. 20 characters shown. Yeah, I thought I said 16. Then you said 18. It's actually 20. So legacy characters: Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Cammy, Guile, Blanca, Dalsum, E Honda, Zangief, DJ, Jury, and then the new characters are Kimberly, Marissa, Manon,
Manon.
Jamie, Manon,
Manon.
Jamie, Manon.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
that's right. She's
it-
French.
She French.
Manchi.
She's a Frenchie. Manon, Jamie, JP, and Lily.
You know what's funny is that there's
16
also
and 4.
there's also another character. It's that replacement for I don't know if she's DLC or not, but it's that replacement for Fong, the chick.
Oh yeah,
but like they haven't like explained her yet, and I'm like,
yeah.
wait a
I remember
second.
seeing her in the leak in the
Yeah,
graphic thing, but
I was like, wait a second.
she's not on the website.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. You guys announced her, and now you guys are not announcing her. Like,
Secret boss. Who
who
knows?
is this lady?
Well, this game's coming up, so hopefully they show her soon. It's June 2nd, so it's a couple months away. So we've seen everything about the game, and we already talked about everything in a previous podcast. I forget which episode, but we spent. I actually think it's the final episode of FGC Hollywood. So episode 55 of FGC Hollywood, we went through Street Fighter V's mechanics and game modes and all that.
And then I went on
And I
like
think,
a tirade about Street Fighter 6 because I had the beta.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was the first beta during that time span, and you talked about your experience actually playing the game. So if you want to know more about Street Fighter 6 and all that stuff,
can
check out
literally-
FGC Hollywood. Yeah.
And you can also at me on Discord or Twitter.
Yeah.
Should be
Or
like,
Twitter.
hey,
Talk to
Broken
all
Wing.
day about it.
Broken
Yeah.
Wing, how,
You got,
how's
you know, all the
gameplay?
mechanics.
I do actually.
There are a bunch of them, and
Yeah.
I don't think they've changed too much since we last spoken on them. So I mean, it's fine. So there is an upcoming 30-minute showcase featuring Lil Wayne on April 20th, 2023, 420, promising details on World Tour, Battle Hub, and Fighting
That's
Ground,
so weird.
as well as some big news at the end of the show. So maybe that's where your girl comes in, Broken. Maybe she'll get announced that by Lil Wayne on 420.
That's
You know
so
what's
weird,
so
man.
funny was
What
that
the
like
hell?
they
Why
didn't even
him?
tell anybody about it because I was looking on Twitter and the voice actor for Luke, he's on a tear. I actually found out the voice actor for Luke voices my character in Guilty Gear Strive. He voices Anji.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like he was just like, "Excuse me, who's announcing what?"
Yeah, they got Little Wayne. That's such a weird one. All the Japanese were like, "Who is that?"
You remember, so Street Fighter V had the promotion with Lupe Fiasco. So they have a tradition
Lupe
of doing
Fiasco is a fan of all that stuff
Yeah,
too.
that's
I don't know
true.
how much Lil Wayne is.
Well, I mean, hey,
He got more
Tekken
money, though, I guess.
Tekken had Snoop Dogg.
That's true.
Yeah,
There's
everybody knows
Tac
Snoop
Tac.
Dogg though.
Hey,
He's more popular.
Who's the rapper chick? Remember, she had like a song called Chun Li, but she had Mortal Kombat characters in the
Oh
background.
my god.
It was
Ice Spice.
it was
Like Cardi
Nicki
B?
Minaj, I think.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
yeah,
It
that
was
was
like
weird.
Sub-Zero in the background or whatever.
I
And it's
heard the
called
song and I
Chun-Li.
was like, I don't get what it got to do with Chun Li, but
I don't know.
Bro, it is so insane how nowadays rappers are always rapping about video games, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
Right.
every other rap song has something to do with fighting games or Fortnite. And I'm just like,
There's a-
or anime, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's weird. They're all nerds now.
They are. I don't have much to add for Street Fighter 6. I mean, I'm not like down on
excited?
it, but I'm not excited either. Like when it comes, I think I'll play it, but I'm not like holding my breath.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm bored of Jury. I want to play one of the new characters. I just want to play someone
You
other
just
than
played
Jury.
Jury?
Well, I played Jamie, but like I didn't understand how to play Jamie. I tried Luke out. Luke's interesting, but I never really got into Luke, so I don't know how to play him. Jury was the only character that I knew how to play and I knew how to like actually do well with. And I just kind of got bored of playing Jury. I'm just like, I just want to try like Manon, Marissa, someone else.
Marissa looks cool. Yeah, I kind of want to try Marissa. She's the big bruising.
Oh, the
Italian
big
girl.
Hulk chick.
Yep.
Yeah, she looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Manon, I already can tell people are gonna hate her because she's a grappler with a vacuum.
she's long as hell too. She's so long. She's got long limbs and long ass neck. You seen that picture? Her neck is like folded in 3 different places.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I need to see who the actor
Oh,
they like body snatched Manon off of. Because I swear to God, if like the actor for Manon is actually like some Paris Hilton like.
I doubt it.
Like
They're all in those bubble suits anyway. Like they're.
well, yeah, but
Man.
the way the RE engine works, I always hate the RE engine's real name. Freaking, I think if I remember correctly, it's like "Fly Me to the Moon" or some stupid ass title for the engine, but they just shorten it to RE engine. I'm like, Okay, cool.
Probably smart.
But the RE engine, what it does is it takes a photo of a person, and it uses that photo as like the base. So like the actor is acting out the character. So like,
Hmm.
I wonder who actually is the rig actor for Manon, because I feel like she might actually be like a tall runway actress.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure when Street Fighter V gave us that little behind the scenes look, wasn't the Rose video capture person, wasn't that a guy?
No, that was
It's
actually
just
a chick.
Was it a chick? I thought it was a guy in a bubble suit.
No, the bubble suit guy was helping her do the moves. The girl was doing like the stances and the standing pose.
Hmm. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't know how exactly we got on that topic, but Street Fighter 6 is coming soon. Pringle, do you care? Not care? No? Yes? No?
Not really. I mean, I say I feel more promise in terms of Street Fighter 6 than I do in terms of Tekken 8. I'll say that much. And I like Tekken 8. I like Tekken more. But it's just that with what Street Fighter has shown, they've shown things to make it fun for like
Everybody.
players just by themselves. Yeah. Tekken 8, I feel like they're gonna chop up that single player again. Like I have a strong suspicion they're gonna not do almost anything for that single player. It's just gonna be a straight menu. I have that weird suspicion they're gonna do something like that again.
I don't know. Tekken 8 looks like it's the end of the Mishima story. They're literally hyping it up as this is the end of the Mishima story. Because
like, I don't know if that has any bearings towards that stuff though, man. Unless they bring Tekken, what's that thing called? Tekken Force or something? The beat 'em up Tekken game.
Because Tekken 7's story was literally the end of Heihachi.
In theory. Theory.
And now Tekken 8 is probably the end of Kazama, because it's like Jin and Kazama are finally doing the fated retribution duel that they've always been supposed to do.
Dude, 30 years of just father-son throwing each other off of mountains.
Literally all Tekken is just, I hate my son.
Man.
The story.
You're not my dad. Yeah, that's the whole premise.
At least, I'll say this. At least Kazama loves his son more than Heihachi loved him. Heihachi's an actual asshole.
Kazuya?
Yeah, than Kazuya. Heihachi's an actual asshole. My man adopted a child just to be a rival to like Kazuya, and had an illegitimate child, which is Lars.
Heihachi is the good guy in the story. Like, Heihachi's good. We don't have time to talk about it, but Heihachi's good. I'm just saying.
I don't know. My man shot.
I was gonna.
My man shot Jin in the face. I don't know if you could ever be.
Bitch.
You're right.
But
Jin is a bitch. Jin is like the worst anti-hero I've ever met. Because now, ever since Tekken 6,
we're gonna have to have a whole Tekken podcast too, right next to the DBZ one.
Ever since Tekken 6, Jin has just been, I'm so sorry for what I did in 6. I'm an emo, edgy boy, and I just don't like the fact that I caused World War III. I'm sorry, guys.
He's not a very endearing character at all. What were you gonna say, Pringle?
Oh, so going back to Street Fighter, yeah, I could take it or leave it. I definitely won't get that game immediately. Like, I'm not gonna get any of these games. I wouldn't, because it's like, it's just gonna be more expensive. So I'll just wait for whatever the Ultimate Edition is, or if someone wants to give it to me, I'll take it. But
I want to run a tournament for this game, so I might get it at launch. Or
yeah, that would be nice for everybody. Yeah, that would be pretty nice, because I know like Street Fighter is always the fun game everybody wants to play when it first drops. So
yeah,
I think it would be good tournament wise. It'd be pretty fun. But I don't also even have a character I'm really interested in. I'm not interested in any of them.
Only one I see there on that list is maybe Marissa, but probably Ryu, honestly. Like,
yeah, I've always had problems with Street Fighter because I never really find a character. I liked Armika, and that's the character I kind of wanted to learn, but I ended up just playing Karen. But yeah, Ryu literally is probably what I would play to.
I have a feeling Karin and Armika and Sakura coming back, because like,
just say their names normal.
You know what I'm upset about? I'm upset about how the fact that
Karen.
Well, her name is actually. Well, to be fair, her name is actually spelled Karin. But what I'm upset about, here's my upset thing. Street Fighter 6 takes place after 3, Where the fuck is Sean?
Oh, really? I didn't know
Who
that.
cares? We got Laura. I guess she's 5.
Yeah, she's 5. Where is Sean? This game takes place after 6. You're telling me
Really?
that motherfucking...
He's playing basketball.
You're telling me that
Yeah,
fucking...
yeah, he's playing basketball for the NBA, man.
You're
Yeah,
telling
he's
me
in
that
2K.
fucking Ken... You're telling me that
Crossover.
Ken is out here, like, hiding from his family, and he doesn't have Sean to come out and be like, hey, yo, homie, you're my teacher, and so because you're my teacher and you're my best friend, I'm gonna be there for you. No, he's just not even in the roster.
Oh man.
Where is Sean?
Nobody knows. All right, the last game we got on here: Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. I don't think we're going to talk long about this one.
I'm excited for this game.
What we know, sometime, and here's the only one. Sometime in 2023, we don't know when, but probably at the end of this year. PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Steam. This one does have crossplay. I did see that.
And rollback netcode.
And rollback, yeah. All the legacy characters from Grand Blue Fantasy Versus plus newly announced characters. So far, we only have 2, Anilla and Siegfried.
They
maybe
brought
more.
Siegfried, the character that like everyone wanted was Siegfried.
But yeah, added gameplay mechanics, new lobby system, more story, and yeah, last but not least, we already talked about it, rollback plus crossplay. I only have one thing I want to say about this game. I'm a little salty because I did buy Grand Blue Fantasy when it came on sale, the complete edition. I don't know, because I'm stupid, but like it came on sale on Steam and it was like $30 for the whole game, all the DLC, everything.
I could see that, yeah.
And
Why don't you give it a shot again?
and now they're hitting me with the Under Night, like, hey, brand new game with.
I will say this though,
That's pretty grimy, yeah.
This game is going to fix the I don't want to play fighting games all the time issue that fighting games have. Did you see what you can do in this game?
Mm-mm.
You can explore the islands. Like, literally, if you're, like, your lobby chibi character can just go on adventures. It could just be like, hey, yo, I just want to explore the world. That's an option you can do. You could play soccer.
Didn't TFH do that, though?
You could play soccer, you know? Like, oh, hey, I just want to relax and play soccer like we did in Guilty Gear Xrd. You remember?
Oh yeah, the lobby.
Yeah, you could play soccer. You can literally play Fall Guys. They have a Fall Guys game mode for Grand Blue. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, this game is going to be a hit.
I don't know, man, because it's like they're just re-releasing the same thing, aren't they? Like, even if they're adding new things, it's like Uniclair, like, it's like, yeah, sure, like, more people bought it, but it's also like...
Well, they're also changing the game mechanics, too. It's not the same game mechanics. Like...
I don't know, man. I don't feel that energy from that game, too. And
they also changed the engine.
I'm still not feeling that energy, man. Especially with how, like, it didn't even have, like,
he's not
is it even on Evo? Like, is that a thing?
Yes, it's at Evo, but it's not a...
so it's not a mainstay?
It's not a main stage because it's not out by Evo time. It's going to be a beta.
Oh, man, that's even worse for it, bro. That's even worse for it, man, I think.
At least there's not a global pandemic going on while the game is launching. So
yeah,
that literally is the reason why Grand Blue like had that problem. Was like the moment the game came out, where all the hype and like the momentum for the game was coming. Because every FGC player was like, "I'm gonna be a Grand Blue player," and then
nobody said that.
Were you on FGC Twitter? I was. Everybody
a lot of
was
people
like,
were pretty into it, but like, because they were upset about Street Fighter, so they were like, they got tired about. That's all it was, though. It was all just Street Fighter 5 refugees, man. That's all everybody was. Oh man.
Meanwhile, TFH Ghost launched and nobody touched that thing, and it turned out to be the best game during the pandemic. I was like, oh,
right.
I'm surprised we don't even have. Where's my TFH announcement?
Yeah, the new character is supposed to be coming out, but they just kind of
they already came out. They literally ghost launched him. They were like,
yeah,
he's out.
They did.
Yeah,
they
out.
did.
And
nice
out now. I like it when they do that.
And he's voiced by freaking Chris Sabat. The
yeah,
legend.
Goku.
Yeah, no,
Full
not
circle.
Goku. Not Goku. It's Vegeta.
Oh, Vegeta, right?
Vegeta and Piccolo.
Nah, homeboy Goku is
Yeah, Goku's
what's going on with him?
You didn't know about the voice actor of Goku?
He's kind of a douche canoe. He's
a douche canoe, damn.
Yeah, he thinks that because he's voicing Goku that he he's the coolest dude ever. I'm like, bro.
I always thought of him to be kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, but the voice
Doesn't
actor
surprise me.
the voice actor for Vegeta is playing the new DLC character. And this new DLC character is hella extra.
Yeah. Man, the voice acting chops on TFH is like
Insane.
class A.
Insane.
Tara Strong.
Yeah. I love the fact
Tara
that
Strong, anything.
Yeah. I love the fact that his level 3 is just, I'm going to be so extra that I'm going to create a sword with a scabbard and out of ice, and then remove the sword out of the ice scabbard just to hit you with the sword. I was like, dog, you're that extra.
Is he related to Velvet somehow?
I think he's right. Velvet's dad.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Texas is like...
He's Arizona's dad.
Arizona's dad. I feel like the DLC is basically, here's the dads.
It's gonna be males.
Here's the dads of the cast. That's the DLC.
Cool. Fellas, I got one more thing on here that I forgot to put in the show notes, but one last thing before we get out of here. So we did River City Girls for the review discussion. We can do a couple of different things. We can go with a topic that the community has sent us, and I'll solicit more. We can go with have them vote for a game, but we would have to come up with a list to give them first. Or we can do our own topics, and I'll read some of them, and we can talk about them probably in the group chat, maybe decide what we want to do, and I can
You know what?
put
I have
some
an idea.
show notes together.
I have an idea. We all like to read, like, comics, right? Like manga, manhwa, all that.
I can add that.
What if we all, like, look up a manhwa that we all, like, just check out and we read it and then we discuss. It doesn't even have to be a finished manhwa or a manga. It could just be, like, one that's currently going. And we can just give our statements about, like, oh, hey, we got to this point in the story. I think this is cool.
Well, I think if we're going to do something like that, I would like it to be kind of like a front to back, just to give it would be a review discussion, obviously. So I would like for it to, hopefully, if, I don't want it to be like on hiatus or unless it's like really, really good, like a Vagabond, but that's like 400 chapters. So it's going to be hard to do.
We're not doing Vagabond. I am not about to go and read 400 chapters.
Hey,
like
so here's the list. Here's the list that I have so far. Cause I talked to you guys a few months ago. I was like, hey, send me stuff. Broken, you only sent me one thing, so
I'm sorry.
You have work to do. Pringle, this is what Pringle sent me. He says favorite JRPGs, of course, board games, cooking, and then worldly travel.
Oh yeah,
Did you know that the creator of FF14 and FF16 literally says, "Please stop calling it JRPGs"?
It all comes full circle.
How did they get to that?
Because you said JRPG, and fun fact.
Oh.
Now,
that's an MMO.
Yeah, but Yoshi P said, "Please stop calling JRPGs JRPGs."
Dude, okay.
Yoshi need to stop. That's
Yoshi.
Nonsense.
Yeah, Yoshi. All right.
They're all just Japanese RPG.
Broken, you sent me one thing: Dresden Files series, which is a series of books.
Yeah, it's a series of books.
I only put here two things because I didn't really think too much of mine. Favorite movies, which are mostly like probably going to be like Tarantino movies, like Reservoir Dogs and Django Unchained.
God, Reservoir Dogs. Have you seen the newest thing that Quentin Tarantino said, which is like, I hate sex scenes. I only add them if they're like the story necessitates them. And then people were like,
"Forget something." Man.
he's a weirdo too.
And then everyone was like, "Is this you, dog?" And it was all the feet points in the video.
Yeah, all the
part
feet,
of his
man.
movie.
Oh man, he's weird. Yeah.
So that's something we can talk about. And then I have a game on here because I don't think it would be a game that would get voted on. But I have MDK2, which is a classic game.
What's
MDK2?
MDK2, you guys never play this? It's a game made by BioWare 1999, 2000. I talk about it all the time. How do you guys not know about MDK2? He plays a dog. He has 6 arms. He has machine guns.
How do you spell that?
Just the initials, MDK2.
Oh, M. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if I've heard of MDK2. Hold on.
It's a godlike game. Anyway, I would like to do a review discussion on that one too because it's one of my favorite childhood games.
Oh, we can play that then. Oh my.
So
is it long?
Oh
how long?
God,
how
this
long?
Game looks.
Maybe like 4 hours, 5 hours.
Oh,
this game looks.
Look at that. Looks like the OG PlayStation 2 games, man.
This looks like the N64 era games.
Oh
It's
man.
1999, I think, or 2000, something like that.
Oh man, yeah.
Woo!
That's about right.
So yeah, I mean that could be something, but we'll talk about it. We have our little group chat. We'll talk about it, and then for the community and our Discord, Patreon, all that. I mean, they can send us stuff too. So we'll be out there soliciting ideas. We already got one from Zio. I'll read it for you guys real quick, and then we can get out of here. Zio said, for a discussion on the podcast, character designs that are popular but you personally do not like. It can include anime, manga, fighting games, and video games in general. So that could be also
Interesting.
a topic for the show.
You know what? How about another topic? Because it just came to my mind. Video games that we particularly find okay, that like the general audience either loves or hates. Like it's one of those games where it's like the middle of the road for us. It's like I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I'll play it, but it's like not something you're gonna catch me doing unless I'm doing it with somebody else or I'm doing it.
I can give you one off the top of my head, man. Guilty Gear Rev 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always do. Oh, you know what? How about this?
We'll come up with a list. I'm gonna send this little thing in a group chat, and we'll come up with a list. But I just wanted to put it out there that we're transitioning over to doing some more topics on the show. Now that we're done with River City Girls finally, so yeah, I'll put it out there for people to vote on games and to vote on topics and all that, and we'll come up with stuff. Some cool stuff. I just wanted to do some fighting game forecast for 2023 because that stuff's coming up, and we'll probably talk about it on the podcast once it does come on. So it's good to get caught up. And yeah, we'll wrap it up there, gentlemen. This was the show all over the place, but it was fun. I had fun. We'll be back next week, hopefully. We've actually been okay on the schedule. We're doing all right. Despite difficulties, we're doing all right.
Okay, guys.
So yeah, we'll come back next week. Maybe we'll talk about one of the topics we talked about here at the end of the show, and maybe it'll be a community topic or something else. We'll talk in the group chat and we'll figure it out. And that's all we have for episode 17 of Ride to Orbis, a podcast about things. My name is Max Bleister. That was Pringle the One, as well as Broken Wing, aka Pringle the Two, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Take care.
Peace. All right.
Yo, Tangent City.
Look, man. I love my tangents.
Hey.
Have you seen those? I'm glad that we're now just streaming and not like in the video because I'm gonna have to say something stupid. Have you seen that picture of like the girl who just like I've seen it apparently on Twitter too. Like girls are like, damn, I'm so horny. I don't give a shit about what this guy is doing. I just need to suck his cock. But like I saw one was like this guy was going on a tangent about like. This guy is going.
Where do you find this?
Hold on. Let me explain it.
Oh man.
So the guy's going on a tangent.
I feel like if Copper was existing, you would be living in there too.
So this guy's going on a tangent about his favorite thing. Like it'd be like me talking about like fighting games for like 30 minutes, and the girl's like, "Oh my god, that's so interesting. I wonder how big that guy's thing is." Like she just is there and she's like, "Go on, keep talking." And, like, in the back of her mind, she's not even listening. She's just thinking about, like, sex.
I don't know how you find this stuff broken, but...
And I thought it was fake. I thought that was a fake thing. And then I found out, like, girls do that. Like, they'll just pretend to listen to you go on a rant about, like, anything. And, like, in the back of their head, they're like, damn, I just need to choke on this dude.
That's not just...
I'm just like, damn, what?
Where do you get that, man?
You're telling me that I'm going on this awesome tangent? I think you're, like, listening to me. I think you're, like, super interested in my topic.
I used to think I talked out my ass, but I think Broken beats me now.
Yeah, that was out of left field, for sure. Broken, I think you're on the internet a little too much.
I might be on the internet too much. But I was just like...
Hey, real quick, what happened with the voice actor for Goku? What did he do?
Oh man, I don't actually. I think I might have mixed them up, but I think there was some controversy with them with something about like how they were like just recording. It wasn't anything big, but I think it's like they were recording and then they had all these like homophobic things. I don't think it was necessarily something big, but I think it was more I might have been thinking more of Vic Mignogna, whatever the hell, something like that. But
Is it the
then
guy
that
from Rick and
dude
Morty?
said something
No,
about
Vic
no,
Mignogna's
that's
not-
somebody else.
That's a different guy.
Mm.
Also, he
But
was
there was
just
got in
something
trouble
that
too,
he
right?
said about the guy Shin Schmiel, whatever
Yeah.
his name is.
I
He
will say
said something
this.
about the voice actor of Goku.
I will say this: the Rick and Morty thing. Yeah, he's innocent of his charges, but that doesn't.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but
The
that
guy-
doesn't
What
stop.
did he do?
He
Something about like actual like a child molest right thingy type of
I
thing.
don't even
like,
remember,
mess
but
with
like he
like
his-
a young kid or something.
Those
Didn't he,
charges.
I thought he messaged like a 16-year-old or something.
Yeah, I think it was something like that, man.
I don't know, but the charges were dropped. But like that doesn't explain the fact that
They
he's-
kicked him out of the show, right?
Yeah, that doesn't explain the fact
Yeah.
that nobody likes working with him.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like I don't really care how bad you are, but you suck as a coworker.
Yeah, like
That's
everyone
the real
says.
problem.
Everyone says
That's
that
crazy
he
that you
always.
can make something and then get ousted out of making the something.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
right?
apparently, from
I
what
feel like if that's the case, they should just not. It should not exist anymore.
no, from what I've heard, he doesn't work on his show anymore. Like all the writers for his show write.
Yeah, but he
for
created
him.
He
it.
voices them. He voices like all the characters.
He voices two characters.
No way, man. He voices a lot of characters. He voices
He
Rick,
voices
Morty,
Rick
which are the
and
main
Morty,
characters,
and that's it.
and then he voices like he's voiced like Me
Okay,
Six
yeah,
and a couple of other random
He
characters.
voices
in there.
Me6, but when's the last time Me6 has been relevant besides in anything other than the show?
I don't know, man. I'm
In
just saying.
Discord.
He's. I mean, he's two of the main characters, but there's somebody that basically can do the exact same thing he can do,
Exactly.
and they
like,
found
can
him
just,
online.
Yeah, they could literally
Crazy.
find a voice actor to do that, and like that's all he does was voice act, and nobody liked him because he would always
I
show
thought
up
he
to
was
his
the
voice
creator, though. Was he not the creator of the series?
Yeah, he's one of the co-creators of the show, I believe.
Yeah, but he doesn't do any of the writing anymore. He barely writes. All he does is show up late to his sets.
I just think it's
drunk
crazy
as
that
fuck.
you can make half of a company and then they just say you know that scene in Spider-Man where with the Green Goblin and
Yeah.
they tell him, he's like, you're done, you're out. He's like, this is my company. You know how long
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
they did that to
but
Mike Z. That's the thing
Right,
that's
Mike
so
Z,
weird.
dude.
to
I
be
thought that was what you were going for, man, because you always remember that one.
yeah. I was gonna
I
say
mean,
to
that's
be
crazy to me,
fair though. To be fair though, like if you don't give a shit about your product and you don't
Yeah.
even work on your product, and every time you
get
do
that.
work on your product, you're drunk
I get that,
and you're
yeah.
being an asshole to
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah, I get that. It's like, man,
Then,
we gotta
like-
get this guy out of here.
Who cares that you're out? Like,
That's not what happened to Mike Z, though.
Yeah,
it's-
his case was like, dude,
His case
they
is
really
different,
took a
but,
guy
like-
out of his own game that he created. Bruh, I ain't never heard of that before. They literally took the game away from the man.
okay.
Like,
That's
I
a
don't care how
difference.
bad you are.
Yeah.
They didn't take away Michael Jackson's albums from Michael Jackson.
I mean, to be fair, Mike Z's situation and Justin Roiland's situation, two different things. Justin
Oh,
Roiland,
yeah, yeah,
nobody likes working with Justin Roiland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's an
I mean, it's
asshole,
the same
apparently.
with Mike though. They didn't like they said they didn't like his ass afterwards. So I mean, I don't think it's that far off, but it is still far off.
I mean, at least Mike Z shows up to work and actually works,
Yeah,
unlike
yeah,
Justin
exactly.
Roiland.
Bro, that's such a shame what they did to that guy.
Ooh.
Mike Z.
I mean,
Oh yeah, man. I wish I knew what was the update on that, but man, they finished Black Dahlia. I don't know if you saw that, but they finished that character.
I
they're
didn't
also
know.
working on. They're currently working on Mary.
Oh yeah, is that the character?
That's the boss
Okay.
character. She's going to be a
The
playable
fact that-
character.
The fact that Future Club still gets to operate as, everything is fine is crazy to me, though.
Yeah, I know, dude. Like that really trips me out. Like I'm tripped out, but game still sucks. Bella's jumping heavy punch isn't an
Yeah.
overhead no more, so that game's garbage
Yep.
to me.
Mhm.
I will say this
Garbage
though.
ass game.
I will say this though. At least Future Club is like, hey, we're gonna actually make progress in the game. Like when it was just Mike Z working on it, it was just him fixing updates on the game. There was no. There was
I mean,
no
that could be one of the
additions to
reasons why he
game.
could have been holding it back
There-
in a way, but I mean,
Like there was no additions to the game. There was no additions to the story. There was nothing. It was just, here's the game, and I'm just gonna work on the game to make it look feel better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Future
Future
the whole
Club-
point.
but I
Like, playing a
appreciate
fighting
that
game.
more
Yeah.
than like adding a lot of stuff and then the game just gets worse. Because
Yeah.
that's what they. So like before I go, the guy that was working the lead balancing guy, as you know, was one of the players of the game, right? Like he played the game a lot. and he worked on the mobile version of the game, but I don't think he worked ever really on a fighting game prior to that. So he does not have the experience Mike Z had. So then a lot of the things he did, a lot of the balancing literally came from like him going to the community and asking them, hey, this is that and this is that. And then you would literally see pages and pages of people just, I mean, man, I've never seen Skullgirls. I mean, well, I guess that's why I don't like Skullgirls players that much. All they do is complain. But like so many of them would complain about like, this is not right. Peacock is a problem. They need to do this, they need to do that. And then this guy just like, he started listening to them way too much. And so many nerfs and changes happened to the game. So then like, like when I played it again, the time that like after all those changes, they literally butchered some characters, and then they made some characters better than ever before. And I didn't really understand that, because I was like, man, we've been playing the same game for the last 8 years, and it was finally at a spot where it did not need to change very much, with very small changes that needed to be there. But he changed so much, man, in that game, and I was just like, nah, I'm good, man.
The DLC
Like,
wasn't that great either. What's her name?
yeah,
Annie?
no, the DLC was like overpriced, and that was always one of the big things Mike Z didn't want to do, because it took away the accessibility of the game. He wanted his game to be cheap, so everybody could play it. The guy literally would give copies of his game to people for free.
It was
He would
always
just do it.
$10 regular price, and then a lot of the times it would be like $5. Like that.
Yeah,
that was
and
the price.
then
It's
Future
still
Club,
$3, like on Steam.
yeah, the game, but the characters, remember, they were like, what, like 15, 30, something like that, some ridiculous price for each one of those.
30, yeah.
To be fair, the way they make the characters are way
It doesn't
harder than
matter
other
though, man.
characters.
I'll
It's
be
not
honest,
like they
man.
just
Like,
started making the characters now. They made the characters forever. Like that's how
Yeah,
they always
yeah.
make characters.
well, yeah,
and-
but
and-
what I'm saying is that like the reason it's
I-
cheaper for them fighting herds, which is the same engine, is because them
Yeah.
fighting herds uses 3D models, so it's
course.
easier to program, because it's like, okay, these 3D models, we're just going to draw over their animations, so we can literally just do what is it, Skullgirls, they're hand
they hand
animating.
draw everything.
They
Yeah,
hand draw
but
everything, so it takes a lot longer because they don't have a
and
frame
the
of
thing
reference.
is that like even I get that part, like that, of course that makes sense, but that was still in Mike Z's prerogative to not essentially make it so expensive. Like each character
Yeah.
is like, what was it, like a 30 some dollar DLC for 4 or something? That was like super overpriced, man. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what you tell
Some
me,
Grand
that was
Blue
like
type of
crazy
stuff.
overpriced. Yeah, man. And then like that type of stuff, and a lot of the changes, and I could tell like it felt like Liam was kind of lost in how his approach of when it came to balancing the game.
I feel
But-
bad for him because he was just left with like just
Yeah.
having to take care of that mess, and
Yeah,
It's
I know,
like-
right?
Is
they didn't
Alex
think
Ahad
about-
still like working on the game? Because Alex was the artist.
Nah,
that
I think they kicked
created-
his ass out or something like that, man, a long time ago, man, or something like that. I don't think they liked him. I don't know. There was some controversy, I think.
Because Alex
he
was
does
the
good art,
reason
though.
why half the characters look the way they do, because that was his project.
yeah, that was his
Him and
his
Mike
art
Z's.
style. If you read those core file, the what's her name, Mariel Cartwright Hinoku, dude, that's one manipulative bitch. Like that chick
man.
is scary. Like the way she orchestrated that whole thing, she basically
Yeah.
manipulated everybody to try to get Mike Z out there. Man, it's the people you think, it's the people closest to you. You gotta fucking watch them. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's
it's
how
such a
domestic
shame.
abuse cases always happen, right? It's the more
Bruh.
common cases.
God, if you read like the way she orchestrated trying to get, and I felt so bad just reading those files because they're really private messages and stuff. And God, just you could feel after knowing the outcome, you could see the manipulation through the text with what Mariel did. And I think she still gets to fucking animate the characters and shit. It's like,
Yeah, she's
Bullshit.
still working for them too. Yeah, so she's probably getting her
Jesus.
pay and stuff. I just
she's
wonder what happened to
scumbag.
the
I-
case, man. Like, is it like where like Mike Z?
They must have
just
settled out of
gone, or-
court. Yeah, they must have.
I
Yeah, it
don't
might
know.
have been out of court. Yeah, man.
I just will say this: it's just I appreciate that Future Club cares about Skullgirls to like expand
man.
on it. Like we're getting what, a webtoon now that actually expands on the lore. The
trying to make
Skullgirls
money, though.
game.
That's what it's a part though. I guess that's also like, cause like think about it, they're making a webtoon and it's all this stuff, but it's not part of the creator's like idea. I think it's the same kind of thing with how SpongeBob has been flanderized. And if you notice, I don't know if you guys watch, but you probably watched SpongeBob before, but like if you notice a lot of new SpongeBob, it's like really like just retarded. Like it's like, what is going on with this show? And a part of it is just that they didn't have the creator no more, man.
Hmm.
Creator
Yeah.
ended up dying, stuff like that.
I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's a catch-22 because with Mike Z, the game was fine.
It is.
But like it was stagnant, and now with Future Club, the game's not fine, but it's active. Like there's
that's
things
the
happening.
thing, though, and the part of that, though, if you read those cases, is that Mike Z had plans of doing a lot of the new stuff on that game. He had plans of even a Skullgirls 2 on the way.
Yeah.
So who knows how much of that he was actually going to be? Because like when I was noticing, those little updates make a world of a difference as opposed to giant changes that we're essentially trying to do. Small little updates are like, I think they're so much more valuable in a fighting game, because then those small updates were what made Second Encore kind of happen. It was a list of progressively small updates that happened with a lot of trial and error, and then Second Encore dropped. And when everybody was like, "Oh, yo, you heard about the new update?" In reality, we've been playing Second Encore for like a couple of months. So
yeah, those two girls really
boy, oh
screwed
boy.
them, man.
Also,
Because they got the publisher. They got the publisher to basically take their side, and now he had to. It's a whole mess.
Also, Bunny.
By the way, how are you up?
Who? Me or
how are you alive right now?
me or him?
You, man.
Me? I hit second win and then I started drinking the strawberry kiwi energizer.
Bruh.
Bro, your sleep patterns are gonna be just bad.
Yo, what are you doing? Like, how do you sleep, man? Do you not
How
sleep?
do you sleep?
Yeah, like, do you sleep at night and not like how
on
you
that
doing
bed?
this, man?
I sleep on
Nah,
that bed.
man, not like that. Like, do you sleep like? Are
What
you
time did you
sleeping
go to
the
sleep
same?
yesterday?
Yeah, there you go.
2?
Ah,
3,
okay.
4?
and then
I
what
don't
time
know.
do you wake up, man? 2 or 3, 4. What time do you wake up?
6. So like I have to actually. So here's my problem. I'll show
You
you.
slept 4 hours, man.
I'll show you guys my problem. Sorry, wrong camera fell.
I'm gonna demonstrate his sleep schedule.
Man,
You see
I
that?
don't know how.
You see that computer right
Yo.
there? I'm gonna
Yeah.
show you the biggest problem right now. That you see how it lights up super hard?
Yeah.
Look where my bed is. Oh,
So turn it off. I don't get it.
yeah. So my biggest problem is if I put my computer on standby, those lights are on, and they're
Oh, why
blinding
don't you
me.
just pull the plug on that like you should? Because that's actually not a bad idea to do. Or if
So-
you use one of those electrical,
Saves
saves
electric.
energy.
Yeah,
Because
so
they
what I need
always
to
are
do-
on.
Yeah, what I need to do is I need to just turn off my computer. I always put my computer on standby, but like,
It cannot be. You need to just turn off your computer. Dude, if that was the case too, you could just wear like an eye. I wear an ice mask to help me sleep because there's always like light that pulls out from the window. Oh, I hate that crap, man.
I'm thinking about getting an eye mask. Like, I have friends and family members that have eye masks, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, it's so nice because they just go
Yeah,
to sleep."
man.
Like, I was thinking about, it. I was like, especially because that window, like, you see how that cover right there is? Guess what the problem with that cover is? There's a small little spot on the left-hand side right there where the sun just goes wham right on you, and you're just like, God
Yeah,
damn it, I
At
want to
night-
sleep.
At nighttime, that's not an issue. So like,
Yes, but
how do you? You can't tell me that those RGB lights are the reason why you go to
Yeah,
sleep.
man. Because are you?
Those
'cause if
RGB
you're
lights are
sleeping,
literally
like 4
the problem.
hours,
the RGB
Bro,
lights
like-
are literally the problem because, like,
bruh.
I hate to admit
No
it,
way, bro.
But the
You
solution is
tripping.
so easy. You just
You can even
unplug
put like tape over it or something like that. To
You know what I
put
do?
Something over it, man.
I put a blanket over my computer. I put my like pea coat over my computer. 'cause
Bro,
it's
that's
like
not a good idea. Like,
I just want to go to
Oh
sleep.
man,
dude,
I don't understand you, broken.
What I really
I
need to
think
do, what I really need
it
to do
sounds
is
like
that.
you just need a consistent sleep schedule, bro.
Yeah, that's
I feel
true.
like that's what it sounds like, man.
so wait, you wake up at 6 and then do what?
yeah,
Get tired as hell and then try to go back to
Well-
sleep because like I don't have a job. So originally when I had a job, I would actually work. So Monday through Wednesday, I would work from 12 to 9. So I'd wake up at 10 o'clock, go to the shower, at 11:30, go to work till 9. And then Thursday through Friday, I would work from 9 to 5:30. So what I would then do is I'd wake up at 7, shower, leave at 8:30, go to work. Now I don't have a job. I'm just like, oh hey, what
you
are
don't
my
care. Yeah, that
yeah, what
makes
are
sense.
what are my night owls doing?
What's the point? Yeah, man.
I still can't believe LTG got you fired. That's a crazy story.
Low tier
Yeah, that
god.
does suck, man.
You should message him and be like, I lost my job because of you.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that because I fear that like he's gonna send me a GIF of him being like, "You should kill yourself now."
Dude,
Man,
can you believe he got his Twitch back and all that? I can't believe that. It's
that's
crazy.
hilarious, man. You
You know,
guys,
I
he's
saw-
lost
trying-
his YouTube.
You know, I saw a
Now
video.
you're saying he's gonna rape people. He's getting Twitch back.
Yeah. You know what I saw? I saw a video of Low Tier
Hey
God
man, I
that
gotta
said,
go though, man.
he said,
Take care,
"You
y'all."
should love yourself now. You really need to love yourself,
saw
man,
that.
because I love myself, and you need to love yourself." And I was like, bro.
Yeah, I saw that gift. That was funny. Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go grab some grub.
Oh,
Should have went shopping earlier, but oh well. I got cereal. Well, GG's, man. I'll catch you around.
Oh, wait.
Don't stay up too late.
Yep. Well,
I stream. I don't know who's watching, but
bye,
peace
stream.